Hello, everybody. Hello. People are gonna be slow to pop in today because we're not streaming at a usual time. I have work later I have to go to, but this is our good friend, an owl. I found an owl and dragged him under the sea. Hello, Mr. Owl. Hello.
Wait, under the sea.
Yeah, we
I-
live at the bottom of the ocean.
Can I breathe here? How does this work?
Well, we're like a little house in the bottom of the ocean, you know.
Oh, so oxygen, it exists. Okay,
Yeah. It circulates through the house. You know, don't ask too much questions.
Okay.
We never thought this through. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna shoot you out the airlock if you keep yapping.
No, I didn't mean it. I take it back. I need the air.
Okay.
It's required.
It's required of owls. I see. Hello, Jay. It's a you, Jay, even perhaps.
Wahoo! Hilarious.
Wahoo. Would you like to introduce yourself real quick for the record? Oh.
Yes, of course. Hi everyone. My name is Jay. I do a lot of audio things, and I'm a little owl who streams sometimes. But particularly, I do sound work for VTubers. Things like sound design, mixing for covers, that kind of thing.
Very, very cool. I would like to talk about some stuff that I think we had a very mutual employer of recently. Do you know what that is? You know what that is for? I don't know why I said it like that.
Brain empty, me know nothing. I'm just kidding. Yes.
It was for various projects. Yeah!
Yeah, Variance.
Sorry guys, I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, so the cringe is still filtering out of my body as we speak.
He is cringe, but he is free.
I'm the freest when I wake up, but also the most cringe. Anyway, so Jay, last week we talked, or 2 weeks ago, I brought up Rain, also from Variance Project Audio team, to talk about the work that he did for Ava's original song, as well as a couple of other things where like he did a few wordings. And then we talked about the 2 teasers that I worked on, as well as some other random stuff. Today, I have Jay here, who worked on the other 2 teasers for one for one Ava Rita Hawthorne, as well as one Katya Sable. Full legal government names I'm dropping right here. And then you did the other 2 lore videos, didn't you?
I did. Yes.
Yeah, we drag you in.
My partner in crime over here.
Yeah, we did the lore video audio for the most part. I believe Spiral did the music for one of them, or did you?
Spiral did the music for Fangsies.
Yeah. So we still need to grab some notes from Spiral, as well as Treya, who did the music for Katya's today. I do have notes from Treya, but I was thinking that I'm gonna grab Spiral and drag him under the sea as well at some point.
Just rat grab Spiral.
Yeah, rat grab Spiral and bring him down. Hello, Momo. Hello, it's so good. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. We are going to start off in debut order and in teaser to lore video order, just to like keep things more organized and keep things in my brain, so I don't mess up. And I'm also gonna try to remember to turn off my BGM in between videos, because that'd be fun. That'd be nice to not have 3 bits of audio in your ear at all times. All right, are you ready to go over the Ava teaser?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we're just gonna watch it through all the way, and then I would like, if you want to drop in any fun facts about like what you did, any cool things that you did that were fun, or something that you enjoyed doing on the video, anything like special you want to talk about. Also, hello though, thank you for the hydrated first. You already have VIP. Stop doing that. All right, let's begin. So you should be able to see it. The stream should be. There we go. Pop it. Oh. Born lady.
don't you? This world, it stinks of balance that's been lost. Power has been hoarded. Innocence sold. We can't fix this world, but we'll get rid of the ones who harm. Erase the ones who rule. And when that last scream fades, the purest form of magic is found. And with song, we'll wield it. We'll call it a musical cleansing. We'll shatter silence and complacency with rhythm. We'll drown out their lies in reverb and crush their thrones beneath our chorus. I'm not your idol. I'm not your savior. I'm merely the final note before the silence. I am the truth that they buried beneath pretty lullabies.
Lullabies?
Let's make this world beautiful again. Join me. Let's drag heaven down and make the ashes dance to our revolutionary song.
My favorite part.
God, I had two thoughts as I was going through. The first one was, oh my god, am I a YouTube reaction streamer now? Oh, that's awful. And the second thought was, God, I love how all the teasers were so distinct from each other. Like they had a lot of character in it.
It's really crazy how different each one of them was.
Yeah, like usually you expect it to be very like samey, like Dova Syndrome music.
Yeah.
Dova Syndrome music, normal color gradient background. Hi, come to my debut.
Right.
Very different. No flame on anyone, by the way. That's just like so common to see. Like mine was kind of like that too, honestly. But like everyone knows exactly what that means. React. Oh, that's a great. You know what? We should use that in the future. React.
React.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, what was your process working through this, and like what was your favorite parts, and like tell us about it. Tell us about everything.
So it's so funny actually because as you are aware, but the chatters may not be aware.
Yeah.
Basically, for this particular trailer, and actually for Ava's lore as well, due to some just the way time sort of worked out, I ended up suggesting to the Variance project staff that we license some music rather than just composing it all, because that does, for those of you in chat, that does take quite a bit of time. I turned into a Midwestern. Time. It takes quite a bit of time, and
it takes quite a bit of time.
Quite a bit of time. Time, eh? It takes quite a bit of time and also money, which is fine, right? But it's like when everyone, Rius and I were doing both lores, or all 4 lores, excuse me, and to keep our team from having to be spread too thin, I was like, hey, we can do some music licensing. So I ended up doing that for Ava's stuff, and I had a really great time because I had a lot of control over this particular audio for this trailer. Not to say I didn't for any of them, but rather that for this trailer, I pretty much sat with asking Ava about like, hey, like how do you want to do this thing, that thing. She's very, she has a very good vision usually for her projects. So and also like the way she wants it to sound. And this trailer was neat because, as you all are probably aware from watching it, it has that very like it's like a call to action kind of like vibe where she's like it's almost like a I shouldn't say this, but it's almost like propaganda is what it makes me think of every time I watch it. But
oh my god, yeah, join the corruptors. Watch your stream.
When we were putting it together, it's so funny because we started pretty much from the beginning to the end. Usually when I do a lot of this work, a lot of the passes tend to be I start small, like I go across the timeline and I do big things first, and then I do subsequent more detailed things. So for like sound design, for example, that's things like big effects like whooshes, explosions, etc. And then I move into more details like whoosh, like little fabric movements or footsteps or like whatever, right? But in this particular trailer, everything was actually done from start to finish. Like I did this the way I would edit a video. It was like I started at frame 1 and we moved all the way until the end, and then I did extra details as well. But the way that this one worked out is it was a lot of fun because a lot of the trailer you might notice is actually built off the music more so than anything else. And that was a lot of fun to dig through because I was like going through. Big shout out to Epidemic Sound, by the way, because it's where we licensed a lot of this music, and they have some really just insanely banger like metal style tracks. It really fits Ava's vibe. So we were sitting there, and I was like, "Yo, we can like figure out how to piece and cut and put these together." But I will quickly make one mention of like the beginning is one of my favorite bits. It's like a little bit of humor in here, right? Is like the opening's very like drone-ish, but that the song that plays at the beginning when Ava starts talking is so funny because we were like listening through songs and I was like, wait. And she was like, I want something that kind of like instills like hope in people. And I was like, oh, check this out. So then we got that song and I was like, what if we had this little electric guitar part come in, and what if it starts playing as soon as you start talking? It's so like hopecore kind of. It's so dumb, dude. It's actually the funniest thing. And it, like anyway, so that was like one of my favorite parts because we were both putting it together and we were like laughing our asses off because we were trying to we were like, this is so not serious but also serious at the same time.
Man, I'm so hopeful now. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Are you happy? I'm filled with hope and joy.
Absolutely. But so those are some of my little thoughts. Obviously I will leave the floor open because I don't want to talk like yap for like 5 whole minutes without letting Rius talk. So, but yeah, just little things like that.
Yeah. Also, chat asked if you're doing well today. I'm doing fantastic. I'm just sleepy. How are you feeling?
You know, I'm also a little sleepy. I'm happy that it's Friday.
It's so warm, and also I kind of. You know, I've lost perception of the weekend for the most part.
Oh, me too.
But also because I go to work tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of get that freelancer vibe. I'm like, I pretty much just work all the time, so I don't really have a weekend. But like, for some reason, I'm hopecore about the weekend. You know what I mean?
I just like my days off, and I know they're coming, but I also haven't had like an actual full day off of all work since my computer broke down. And then that was just stressful because I was like, oh, all this work I'm gonna have to do later anyway. I kept thinking about it. I needed like an actual like good sit down day off, I think.
Yes, take one of those.
Yeah, but yeah, let's listen to that start again. That little funny section you got at the start.
It's like this drone, right? And
yeah,
then,
these sounds are so cool.
Thank you. Right here, it's like hopecore. And we were waiting specifically, like, because then the guitar comes in and it's like, oh yeah, this is so hope.
Don't you? This world, it stinks of.
It does feel very hopeful,
doesn't it? Now that I said that, you'll never unhear it.
Power has been hoarded. Innocence sold.
You know, I never thought it was like particularly intense or anything, but now that you've called it hopecore, it's just funny to me. Like it just feels funny at this point.
I know. And when that last scream fades, the purest
this is a song change right here.
form of magic is found.
Okay. So it is 2 separate songs you got.
And with song,
Correct.
We'll
I can talk about that in a second too.
We can talk about it now, actually. Now that the first song's done.
Yeah. So basically, the cool thing about these 2 songs is they're actually practically the same BPM. One of them, I believe, I could be wrong about this. I'm taking a guess here because I don't have a session open in front of me. One of them is 100 and something. It's like 104, 184. It's big jump in numbers, I know. Some number was like 104, 124, 144, something like that. And then the next one, the second song, is like 143 or 133. It's like
that was
one BPM
off. Did you even have to adjust it?
Not really, because
for those of you guys that don't know, BPM is speed of the song. So if the speeds are kind of close, you don't really need to fix it at all.
Yeah.
One is not very big of a
No.
difference.
Yeah, 1 beat per minute is not a big deal. Sometimes it causes weird things where it can feel kind of strange when you swap between. But we got kind of lucky in here because, goodness, there are actually like 3 or 4 different spots. Like I said, if I had the session open, I would show you. But there are like 3 or 4 different spots in this, even in the first song and then the second song, where I've like done crossfades. For those listening, that's basically where you take one audio file and then the next audio file and you fade between the two cleanly. And because they're looping, right? Because the songs are not this long, right? Like I had to extend the opening quite a bit and then extend the end, the other song bits quite a bit. And there's like 3 or 4 sections where they crossfade, and technically they're just different parts of the song, so the beats don't line up at all. But they happen when sound effects happen, so you like just don't notice it at all.
I actually genuinely didn't even notice. Yeah, they
Really?
sound the same tempo.
Yeah.
I noticed that it was a different song, but I didn't think that it was different tempos. Like the crossfades were like that obvious. Yeah.
In fact, if you like back up to where the second song comes in, it's when the slash happens with the knife in the screen.
But we'll get rid of the ones who harm.
Yeah, it's here. It's close.
And when
Right
that
here.
last
Okay.
scream fades, the purest
Yeah, it's a very
form-
clean fade under that sound effect.
Yeah. Keep playing this part. Get ready
Okay,
for
wait,
this.
I had to go back because I have my BGM on again.
Oh.
God, I hate streaming. I love streaming. What's close in
love
terms of
streaming.
BPM? Someone asks. Kind of depends. It's like a percentage thing, right? But
Yeah.
like 144 to 143 is almost nothing because I mean it just sounds like almost nothing, right? Beats per minute is essentially in 1 minute. How many times does that get divided by? And that's the speed of your song.
right.
To say it in like a little bit of a scuffed way. So 144 would mean every beat is 1/144th of a minute.
Yeah.
But like that versus 1/43rd of a minute, it's a very small difference to the point where no one's gonna notice a lot of the time.
Right.
Unless you put the 2 songs right after each other, then they're gonna be like, oh, it suddenly feels a little bit off.
Yeah.
last scream fades,
Yeah, because there's a big like
the
there, and it just covers
purest
the whole.
form of magic is found.
Yeah, that whole transition's just gone.
So it's right.
And with song, we'll
Right there.
wield it.
Oh yeah, actually yeah. There's a bit of jump
Yeah.
there.
Because there's a little jump, but you know, because it's supposed to go dead.
You had to
And then
add
it's
a
like,
couple more notes, didn't you? It's
"Dead,
that
dead."
intro.
Exactly. I had to
Line it
like
up, yeah.
give it a little bit longer and then transition it because it matches up with the way that the flames come in. Because you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of want some, for those listening in chat, it's kind of important for some moments in the music to line up with the visuals. And if you're not scoring directly to the image, which means like doing the music after you have the visuals with a composer, trying to take pre-made music and make it work in like this is kind of difficult. So that's why I had to do so many like fades and like moves and things like this to like cleverly hide it from people.
It's really good when I feel like it just sounds smooth and it feels smooth, and then you have to really look into it to notice that some things are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like some things are a little off. But yeah, like that one like is almost unhearable for sure when it
Right.
does the little repeat again before the final note. Rock songs, I have always felt that cutting out and looping certain sections, it's really rough. Because
It
the like
can
the
be.
leftover distortion from the guitar and stuff like that make those loops a little odd sounding sometimes. Also, thank you for the follow, Enva Tilly. Enva Till
Inva. Hi.
Enva Tilly. I'm so sorry. My brain can't process your name. Enva Talia? No one can say it. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna call you Enva. But yeah. Yeah, like rock transitions have always been kind of difficult for me for like cutting out and looping.
They're hard, dude.
Yeah.
And-
Because you know why I know this actually? There's a really stupid reason why I know this. I used to do snowholation mashups.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Well, the
used
other thing
to
is-
yeah.
Trying to find the spots where things loop enough for you to actually do them properly.
Yeah, it's so
It's
rough.
hard.
Yeah. Because like sometimes the
ac-
cutoff just doesn't work.
Yeah, no. And fun fact about this, like there are so many spots where it didn't work. And the only way I got it to work is because I downloaded the stems off of Epidemic Sound and I cut instruments out that were causing problems with the loops. Like there's a spot here where I think it's in this section somewhere, but you hear a French horn. It comes in, it's like wah 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 wah, and like that is technically from an earlier section, and it's supposed to be there twice, but I like chopped it out because I was like, I need you to not be here when this section like builds up. Crazy things. Like I said, if you could see the session, there are so many audio files and stems that I had to like fade and cut and blend and mash together from different sections of the songs to get the loops to work.
I'm not surprised. I'm kind of surprised that Epidemic just releases all the stems individually, though. That's kind of cool.
They do. So it's more like, yeah, they have sort of different sections of stems. So unfortunately, you don't have as much control. But sometimes you get lucky. So usually most of their songs have like, it's like melody stem, instrumental or instrument stem, bass stem, and drum stem. And then like, if you happen to get lucky, like I did, some of the main elements are in melody. And so I just cut them out when I don't need them. But if you get unlucky, they end up putting multiple things that you need inside the same stem. And I'm like, damn.
That's rough, buddy. Gotta pick a new song now, all of a sudden. Yeah, that was it was a fantastic teaser. I think this one, because this one came out second, right? Yeah, this one came out second.
I believe so.
No, wait, no, all the teasers came out on the same day. I forgot they changed.
Oh, that's
that.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like this one also just had like a really big impact where it was like, oh, maybe not everything's sunshine and rainbows. Maybe we have hope, but maybe it is a little dark.
Dark hope core with
dark
Avariccia Hawthorne.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think this was a really cool one. We're gonna move on to the next one unless you have anything final you want to say about this teaser.
Ava La Evolution. All right, move on.
Ava La Evolution. We'll get to the next one soon. We'll get to more Ava soon. All right, our next one was Katya Sable's debut teaser. So again, we're on you again.
I actually love Katya's trailer.
Katya's trailer? Okay. Obviously, it was her decision, and I'm not gonna say how she should have done her debut or anything. I kind of wish that she had never done the big creepy smile Joker face until this teaser dropped. Because she had tweeted it a lot before, and she had used it in her lore videos. But if this was the first time that people were seeing that face, I think it would have been so funny.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like
sure. it already hit for the first time when she tweeted on Twitter, but it would have been so funny. I'm gonna play the whole thing though. Let's listen to it. And I'm gonna turn off the BGM this time, like a professional streamer. I'm so good at my job.
Oh, you want in? Sit right down. I'll deal your hand. So, you want to test your luck tonight? Maybe you'll finally break that unlucky streak. Oh dear, you've hit your limit. That's a shame. Anyway, it's time to pay up. You don't have the money? Pay me back next time? No. I think the house will take what's owed. Boys, bring him upstairs.
God, that was so good.
What a banger. Look.
You also know instantly that this company is European because they put the date for it.
You filthy Europeans. That's so funny. Yeah, man, this trailer, dude, I could talk about this one all day. Like, okay, here's the thing. Obviously, I love the Avas, and I love getting to have all the control over all that. Like, literally for Ava's audio. I mean, I guess and technically for this one too, but specifically for Ava's because I sourced the music and we talked a lot about it. Like, I had so much control over how things played out. But for this trailer too, like I don't know. I think I'm a little like it's probably one of my favorite pieces of work for the Variance project stuff, honestly. And I know it's weird because it's only like a minute long, but like I don't know. The design for this one was so much fun because it's like a scenario thing. Like literally, like you walk into the damn casino and get dealt. It's so cool. I don't know. And then so many cool things in this one. Notably, the gun sound effect is one of my favorite things.
We did talk about this last week, how some things aren't quite as simple as they sound, and how sometimes we need to combine a lot of sounds together to make a sound effect that is satisfying. So let's actually play that real quick first.
Do it.
Before we go, though, I actually have a question for you on how many of the sound effects were scripted, and like how many did you have to add later on that you were like, oh wow, we didn't actually think about this before, but now that I'm looking at this video, it's really weird that there is silence here, like a sound isn't there. Like, does that happen often to you?
So, I mean, it depends on the client, right? I would say in this case, there were actually quite a few, not in the script in particular, there weren't many cues, but there were, I got some direction from the staff on like, here's what we think will work here. And Katya herself was like, yeah, I agree with that. And I was like, banger. So then I kind of went off of that. But obviously, like, usually what people tend to give you who are not sound designers, and this is understandable, or like super in-depth script writers, the stuff they tend to give you is very lacking in terms of detail. So, and that's okay, because they're just looking at big picture, right? Which is good.
Yeah, because it's like a storyboard for sure.
Yeah, and so like there's a lot of things where I was like, oh, like, sure, but we kind of need these here too. Like an example is there weren't really that many sounds notated for the cards at the beginning, right? So I pretty much came up with all the shuffling sounds and the flicking card sounds onto the table and picking the cards up from the viewer's perspective, like of my own like thought, basically. Yeah. Other things like with a lot of stuff like this, the biggest thing for me, I think, is ambiances, trying to make sure things don't always sound like completely silent unless that's requested, right? But yeah, so little things like that, and it could be a simple detail like, oh, like sound of persons getting bagged over their head, and then there's nothing else. And so I'm like, okay, well, how do we make this seem more, you know, intriguing or interesting? And we could talk more on those in a second, but yeah, things like that.
Staff's instructions every time make a banger. We're not talking about Leia's projects yet. Leia, it's really funny because Leia, I'm only gonna say this because Leia already said this on stream, and I think everyone had a good laugh about it. All of Leia's music that I wrote, most of her instructions was, I like the Nier soundtrack. Can you make me a religious banger? And I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna write you something you can twerk at the church too. Oh my god, yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, let's listen to this gun sound effect, and then you can tell us about it. You can tell us how much pain and suffering you had to go through for this one.
Oh, it's so good. I'm sorry.
We're gonna listen to it again. How many guns is this again?
It's like it's like 4.
It's 4 different guns for that sound.
Sort of more. It's like 3 to 4. But so basically, this sound effect, right, is like okay. For those of you listening in chat, here's the thing. Sound effects that you hear in a lot of media do not sound like the actual sounds in real life. Not even close. So like guns are so weak. They do not sound strong at all in real life. Except maybe like a shotgun. But like relative to the
tiny
media,
little click.
Yeah, they just go pop. It's just like a pop. And you're like, oh, okay. And like the same thing is to be said about like the handling sounds for guns, right? So like when people like click back hammers or like cock a gun, like they do not make really aggressive sounds like you hear in media. They're much weaker and less impactful. So typically we have to do a lot of layering and beefing up to get sounds to sound really like close to their media equivalents, like you would hear in film or in animation. And that's a term we refer to as hyperrealism, because it's not realistic, it's hyperrealistic. So The thing with this gun sound effect, for example, is it's like 3 different pistol sounds combined with the sound of like a rifle, essentially. And then all of those sounds have been beefed up with like compression or saturation or like all of these little, you know, mixing techniques to make them sound thicker and heavier, and bigger than the actual gun would sound in real life. I think if I remember correctly, I took just the sound of a normal pistol being like the hammer of a revolver being cocked back, and then I kind of put it together with, because obviously Kacha's got like a revolver kind of vibe thing going on here. So I did that and then combined it with something kind of like
Hold on, I was gonna ignore it, and then the follower goal sound appeared to you, and it was so loud. I was gonna talk about it after your spiel, but thank you for the follow, Osen, and thank you for the achieving the follower goal, guys.
Yo, thanks guys, let's go banger.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, you were talking about the guns you had. Oh god, you weren't followed before. You hate me.
Bro, I don't. Okay, sorry. This is
I'm
my,
kidding.
my,
I'm kidding.
my-
I'm kidding.
This is my fatal flaw. I don't follow people on Twitch. Like,
You
don't use this
despise
platform.
me. You despise
I
me for
know.
what? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? You had a revolver. You had a rifle. What else you got?
Oh yeah. So it's like a revolver, cock back sound. I think it's literally just, and it's just multiple different like hammer pullbacks on like rifles and other pistols, like basically put together to give that kind of sound of pulling up a gun like you would hear in most media. Because technically raising a gun doesn't make any sound.
Yeah, you wouldn't want it to if you were trying to, you know, fight somebody.
Right.
And like reveal your entire location to the whole building, right?
It might make like a little tink noise, but it wouldn't actually make any clicking sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Let's listen to that again, just so we can like hear all those guns that you talked about. Hold on.
Oh,
That was a little early.
what's oh?
I like the extra like high pitched shine as well.
Oh,
Like, it adds
that's
a lot
right.
to it. It adds a lot to it.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. That's kind of like a. I think that's just a boat, not a boat. It's like a scraped symbol with a coin, and then I just put it through a bunch of reverb.
Yeah, it sounds
It's
really
like
good. It adds a
the
lot.
horror effect. Katya was really happy about it. She was like, "That's really good," and I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah, it works really well when we have to see this face on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm terrified. I want you to know, the first time that I saw this face, my reactions were, oh god, oh dear lord, and then, okay, this makes sense for who she is. Immediately, like not even 2 seconds after, I was like, okay, never mind, you know what, this fits really well.
This is fine.
This fits very well. Do you have any other favorite spots?
Let's see. That one's really good. Actually, the ending is one of my favorites when the bag goes over the,
The
person's
bag,
head.
yeah. I mean, it's right after this, yeah. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
play.
Boys, bring him upstairs.
How many sounds was that? How many
God. Okay.
sounds was that?
So, okay. Actually, I'm gonna be so real with you. The whole end of this trailer is like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll talk kind of sequentially here, but basically, when she pulls up the gun and then she's like, "Boys, bring them upstairs," the footsteps that you hear initially, I only had them just left and right, like basically moving towards you. And then I had the thought of like, okay, this is really weird and random, but what if I took just these footsteps and put them through like a binaural like plugin? And so binaural, for the viewers that are listening and don't know, some of you probably do know this because a lot of you, I'm sure, know what ASMR is, but binaural is like the way that your ears actually hear sound. So it like picks up, you know, distance and things like that more accurately. It's like to simulate how you would hear sound in real life. And so the footsteps are run through a binaural plugin, and essentially it makes them sound more like they're literally right next to your head, like walking up to you. And I wanted to try it and play around with it, and I think it's such a cool thing, but I don't know if anybody notices at all because the only thing in the trailer that's binaural.
It does sound like they're coming from an angle, which is
Yeah.
kind of nice. You know, I got one like a while ago, and then I never used it because I never had a reason to use it in a way that like would make sense for me to use it for the first time. Like,
Yeah.
I probably could have used it during some of the lore videos, but I was like, do I really want to learn a new plugin right now?
It does take a lot of time,
Yeah.
and it also depends upon the context. Like in this particular scenario, you are a viewer, like sitting in the chair, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this could kind of work, and so I wanted to play around with it.
Yeah,
They walk up, and then they like bag over the head, right?
Yeah.
And then just the bag. Oh yeah.
Boys, bring him upstairs.
That sounds like a lot of sounds. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, just the bag going over the head is like 7 different sounds.
Oh dear lord.
And a lot of them are just body fall sounds.
They are. I recognize some of those, I think.
Yeah, a lot of them are just body fall sound effects. But it works because it's like, it's a combination of like body falls, cloth and fabric whooshes, and I might have a leather sound in there somewhere. I don't think I might not, but something like that. And then just a ton of body falling noises, because I imagine the person's getting bagged and then thrown on the floor and then dragged away. So, because she's like, bring him upstairs. So I'm like, all right, fucking put a bag on this guy's head and drag him up the steps. You know what I mean? And then obviously there's dragging sounds going across the floor. And I made cloth kind of struggling sounds as well, so that it sounds like the viewer is kind of like fighting to get out of the bag, but is obviously losing.
Yeah, turn into a rat, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then essentially, you know, from there, I did a little subtle. It was more prominent before, but we changed it because it was a little too much. Little subtle moves where it sounds like you're getting farther away from Katya as she kind of does her like maniacal laugh, because the character's being dragged away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Bring him upstairs.
Yeah, like a little muffle at the end.
yeah, there's a little yeah, right here. Yeah,
Little
yeah. There's
echo.
the muffle. I forgot about that too. There's the muffle effect with the EQ that happens because I'm imagining like you getting bag over your head. You're probably not gonna be able. I mean, you're still gonna hear her, but you know, it's not as like you're gonna lose that clarity. And then you get dragged away, and she slowly kind of fades into the background. And like I said, originally it was way more than that, but she was like, I kind of want to make sure we can hear the laugh. And I was like, yeah, that's a good. And she's like, I don't think the viewer would be that far away by that point. And I was like, you know what? That's so based. So then
That's so real.
I made it more like you know, less aggressive, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as everybody may or may not be aware, I designed the Variance logo sound effect, so I kind of love that one.
It is a really solid sound effect.
Bring him upstairs.
It sounds very nice.
I love that sound effect.
Yeah, we talked
You know
about it
what?
last week because I was talking about how for Leia's I had to add like a little riser into it.
Oh yeah.
And how this like the sound effect overall just sounds so good. There's a lot that goes into sound effect design. There is. I think the most annoying things are when you have to make a sound for an object that doesn't have a sound usually, but you know, it's so weird that there's no sound on stream or on the video that you're just sitting there like, okay, how do I make the sound of someone squeezing a glove tightly? We're gonna get to that one actually at some point. We're gonna get to that in Katya's lore video.
I do actually love that. That's one of my
But-
favorite sound effects to do.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's like, oh,
so good.
this makes no sound normally, but also
Yeah.
if you're watching a video and there's movement on the screen, you're like, why is there no sound here? And then it just feels odd. But also making the sound also just feels odd until you finish it, because you're like, what kind of sound would this make if it did make a sound?
Right.
And the brain
That's
worms
true.
start kicking in.
And the brainworms, it's true.
I think we have time to go over one more thing for this video if you want to pick another favorite.
Oh, I'll just tell you a quick little story. How about that? A
Yeah, that
little
works.
staff story.
Little staff story.
So at this spot, it's the spot where transitions from outside the casino. You can like see the outside view, and then it goes into her office specifically.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the yeah. Keep going.
We'll
It's
just play
like,
from the start.
Yeah, it works. I'll point it out when it shows up. It's pretty quick.
Oh, you want in? Sit right down. I'll deal your hand. So, you want to test your luck tonight? Maybe you'll
It's right
finally
here.
break that
Okay.
unlucky streak.
So basically, when I oh no, you guys ready for this? This is embarrassing. So when I was designing this spot, I was like, oh, there should probably be something outside, like during this spot when we back out, because it's like one of the things is this isn't really a problematic thing, but something to note is that I think Katya's ending line there when she says maybe you'll break that lucky streak. Originally it like cuts off like really abruptly. And so I was like, oh, okay, I gotta find something to put here that will kind of cover that. And you can't really tell in the final video that much. But I was like, oh, I need to like put something here to kind of help cover that with the transition to the outside, and it'll sound really clean. So originally what I put here, if any of you know Variance lore, you'll know that this is a blunder. What I put here originally was a car passing by. And one of the staff replied to the video and was like, there are no cars here, because it's like fantasy-esque, right? And I was like, huh? And look, it's on me, but the other thing is I was like, I didn't know that. Nobody told me that. So then I was like, sorry, my bad, Chief. I'll just remove the car. I didn't. So
oops, there's no car in busing.
There is no car in busing say, literally. That's exactly how it went.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sorry, Chief. Salute emoji.
Let me get that out there real quick.
And
Dude,
so
it's actually so funny because you saying that, we're gonna get to Catch's lore video soon, but there's so many parallels with this. There's a crowd scene at the end that I had to add crowd sounds to, and most crowd sounds are in a city, like recorded in a city with sounds of cars there.
Yes.
So it took me so long to try to find crowd sounds that didn't have any cars or like vehicles or beeping or anything.
I know.
It took so long to do that.
It's like impossible.
Oh god. But yeah, so like I know like Zayton has all the cars, like the super futuristic space cars and stuff, and then like it is a little bit like, okay, I think it's not super obvious which countries have which kind of tech at this point. So I won't go too far into it because I'm sure that that's going to be expanded in the lore later.
Right.
But definitely like the ones that aren't as advanced technologically, sourcing crowd sounds is so sad. It makes me so
very
sad.
Difficult.
Yeah.
I will say that this is just a quick philosophy thing, but this is also why I try. Obviously, I kind of fucked it up here, but this is why when I work with a lot of clients, I do try my best to like get as much information from them as possible on like what their scenario is, what their scenery is, some of the lore. But like the other thing is it's hard because as a sound designer, it's very useful to have as much info as you can, because that allows you to build out the things you are designing and build out a world that is believable. But also at the same time, it's like if you get like a lore dump and it's like 3 pages long, I'm like, I don't want to read all that. But it's hard because you're like,
crowd sounds out there. Yeah, real.
But I need the details. Oh yeah, tavern, 1000%.
Oh,
yeah.
Tavern crowd sounds would have actually been pretty good for these. But then like there's too much, it's too rowdy sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Because like
it's hard finding
it's not
the right
really
thing.
a city life. Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes I've had to record my voice from really far away from the mic, just like 20 different times, and layer it. Yeah. And then like get some friends to talk about it. Because
we should make our own crowd.
Yeah, we should make our own crowd. 2 people, and then like just invite some other people in for some varied voices. Actually, I could talk about Katya's thing later. That's gonna be really funny because I did the ambient project. But wait, let's do that before the lore videos. Actually, do you have anything else you want to say about this one?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. We're gonna go over Katya's thing real quick, because there's a Sableton's it's an ad. I need to mute the desktop audio. Hold on. What is this? Oh, it's Red Bull. We're not sponsored. Oh my god, WhatsApp.
Oh
All right. So, Katja needed. Katja made a lore video, a long form lore video, and she needed ambience for it. And I was like, okay, I can make ambience, because she was like, I need this to sound like it's playing in the casino, and we're in the office upstairs from the casino that can like look into the whole place, right? There's like a glass, a window that like a one-way window that can look into the whole casino. So it has to be muffled, and I was like, okay, I can just muffle the music for you. And then we were like, there's no casino sounds. We're gonna have to add casino sounds. And then somehow that spiraled into, we should voice record some stupid lines to come out from just the crowd, like the regular crowd sounds. And it turned into this. And I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's 3 minutes long, but there's some stories here. There's some individual storylines going here. Okay, we had several staff members and Katja herself recording for this. I had my BGM on for a second.
So the bass is bumping.
Yeah, it's so funny. Just like bass boost.
My mortgage.
Yeah, I lost my mortgage that
That's
day.
my mortgage.
Yeah, like raising the bass and EQing it out made it sound good. But then we were like, something's missing.
Jackpot. Hell yeah.
There's not enough people losing money. There's just like a crowd ambience there, and it's like, we could make this funnier. That's a swear in Yilvish, which is her language that I recorded.
Okay, one more round. One more round. I know it. It's this one. This is the one. Ah, no!
Cash out now.
All right, but yeah, like there's like 3 full minutes of staff just like screaming
That's
and
awesome.
being very sad about being sad about their money. You just hear my mortgage,
money."
my mortgage is gone. There's actually one really funny follow-up line that I want to find. I think it's around here.
So I heard.
Wait.
Hook me up.
Place and bets.
It's here.
It's over.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, thank God I got my mortgage back. Oh, okay. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done. It's
Here you
over.
go.
I'm done. Oh, another drink.
He's never leaving. It's so doomed.
He's not leaving.
He's not
Chase.
doomed.
Forever.
He's so manipulatable.
Oh no.
Oh, a free drink? Wonderful.
Chad.
Oh, he's losing his mortgage again. But yeah, there's 3 minutes of that, and like staff just sat in a call, just recording voice lines over and over again whenever we thought of them for a while I was working on the rest of the ambience. And it's such a funny video. It's like 3 minutes of ambience, but like if you just sit there and listen to it, you're gonna laugh. I promise. It's so funny. Okay, we're gonna go over the lore videos now, which are much longer and much more work.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Fangsies isn't uploaded as a separate video quite yet, so we're gonna have to run it from her stream. I don't think that's gonna really be a problem with the quality though. Oh no, my child's college fund. There's a child being sold in one of those. In one of those lines, actually. You should watch the whole thing. Okay, did you die?
I'm back. Sorry. I had to just quickly run and do something.
Yeah, you look like your neck cracked open for a second. You're like, oh god. You know, I didn't actually. Yeah. What's up?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were gone or not because you were just like sitting there with your head just cracked on the side.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was trying to make it quick so that way you wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Unfortunately for you, I literally looked over in that moment and I was like, oh my god, Jay's dead.
Damn it.
You know, since we have to look at the starting student screen anyway, I never actually noticed this like little "who's this dog?" cute dog appear sign up here. I didn't notice this before. You guys probably can't see it because it's so small on the
Who's this
stream.
dog?
There's like a wanted, or there's like a newspaper front page in the top left there. And also several busted alarm clocks that I assume she broke because she's not a morning person. But yeah, let's watch this. Let's see what you got to say. Do you have anything you want to say before we go into it that we should look out for?
Let me think.
Yeah, use that brain of yours. Thank you for the hydrate chat.
Owl brain.
Yeah. Bird brain?
Bird brain. I don't think. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's run it.
Oh, I love Spiral's score for this.
Real.
So pretty. Makes me cry my eyes out.
He always loved this desk.
Chat, get your lighters out, Fangsy.
I wonder how many takes of child laughter the voice actor had to do.
I'll tell you.
Look out, Fangsy. See, Mom is still watching over you.
He's gonna come back with that milk, I believe. Oh.
Don't worry.
God,
I'll be
dude.
home to make dinner as always.
I can't. I love
Okay.
Spiral's score so much.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I promise.
It works
I'm gonna
really well
cry
with like
my
the cinematic
eyes out,
style.
bro. This part's good. I love this part.
Ah, that's so cool.
Sorry, kid.
He can't be missing!
I promise.
How? Please!
I'll find him, even if no one else will.
Another gun.
Gun!
Not very bright for a crime lord, are you? Finally, real work can begin. Oh,
Is that Dominic? We'll get to that later. Don't worry about it.
already got my first clue.
Just an
Go.
error. God, that was so cool. You know, I don't, not to be disingenuous to horror game composers, I hate making horror game sound effects, but oh my god, horror game soundtracks are so easy. I love how Spiral is an amazing composer, but I love how it fits really well. I just love how it goes from full orchestra score to piano. To
I-
5 piano notes. It's so
Obviously, I was
funny.
gonna say, obviously, we can let him
Yeah.
sometime speak on them, but I believe Spiral was literally like, yeah, I just slammed 5 notes at the bottom of the keyboard. I was like, bro.
We're probably gonna have Spiral on sometime soon. I'm hoping. Treya declined to be on stream live, but I have notes from them about Catch's music, lore video music that we're gonna go over as well when we go do that. But yeah, Spiral is gonna be up soon, so I'm really excited to see what he actually did for this. Yeah, I just banged on 5 notes. If that's actually true, that's crazy. But yeah, that was an awesome little cinematic video. What do you have anything that you want to go over specifically or talk about specifically first?
We can talk about the opening sequence with the not the opening, but the little like memory sequence with the with all the laughs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the sequence with the child Fangsy was really interesting because and I don't know how much of this it'll be fine. Initially,
Yeah, it's my
initially-
stream. You're just getting me in trouble after.
it's fine. No, it'll be fine.
I'm
Initially,
kidding.
we only had like a couple of the voice lines for Child Fangsy. I had to reach out to staff and like ask them if there were other lines because there weren't enough to like fill all the memory spaces. And it's okay, like you don't need to laugh every single time a visual pops up. As you see, there are a couple in there where like when she's scribbling, I just have the sounds of her scribbling on the paper, and that kind of thing. But it was like there weren't nearly enough like Child Fangsy like efforts or sounds, and I was like, I think we need more. And then they sent me the raws, and I was like, oh, there are a lot more here. Okay, we'll make it work. But she definitely the voice actress that they got to record these definitely did a lot of she did a lot of recordings. There's nothing but tons of giggles and laughs that I had to sort through. But yeah, this sequence was neat because there's just the classic J style like drone in the back, and then like tons of laughter and just a shit ton of reverb, lots of delay, echo, reverb.
Yeah, let's listen to that again real quick. We won't listen to the whole thing, but let's get that. Let's get a part of this.
And the classic high-end like shweeze
Little schweeze.
for transition. Little sparklies. My forte. So many laughs, bro. The signature J sparkle, yeah, awesome.
Look up, Fangsy. See, Mom is still watching over you.
But the music fits so well. Spiral did an amazing job on this.
It's so good. Spiral killed it, dude. This lore video would not be the same without him.
Don't worry.
It's
I'm
so
home to make dinner
it's
at
so
lunch.
perfectly cinematic too. Because like this one, we talked about the trailers all being different. The lore videos are all so different.
Yeah.
And like this one fits just so well for this like kind of movie cinematic cutscene situation.
Hope Core.
Hope Core!
Hope Core.
Oh, Hope Core gone. Oh, Hope Core's gone. It's so doomed.
Missing Core. No.
Missing Core?
My dad is missing Core. Oh, no. Goodness.
Oh no, my dad left with the milk. Where is he?
Where is he? But yeah, so that whole sequence is like, it was kind of fun because I just drench everything in reverb, and it's very like thought provoking and very like reminiscent memories and that kind of thing. The whole video, I don't know, I had a pretty good time with all this. But I will say, I actually, as short as this lore is, it was the hardest one to do the sound design for.
There's a
Out of the two
lot
that
going on, yeah.
That I did. Yeah, there's a lot of like motion, and I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of transitional motion typically needs some kind of sound. Not always, but it's very helpful to have. But the thing with Fangsies was it was really hard to transitional sounds that aren't big. Like, don't sound really aggressive. There's just a ton of really low, quiet whooshes in here.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
They're hard to find. People don't make those as much as like the big
No.
cinematic ones, yeah.
yeah, there's just big, like, huge, aggressive or gusty whooshes. And I'm like, no, I need like the kind of sound. You know what I mean? Like, and so a lot of that. And then also, you would not believe how many grab my own sound effects. The magic
You cut
style
out for a
ones.
second. You cut out for a second.
Oh, am I here? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello?
It's like
Back?
you cut out after you would not believe how many, and then dead.
You would not believe how many of my own like magic sparkle style sound effects I had to grab and then run through extreme amounts of reverb to get all these transitional like shwee sounds. It was really hard because for this particular video, I think I was doing top to bottom instead of like everything at once. And I had to keep getting to the point and then like, oh, I need another one there. And then I would put it in and I'd have to run the plugin again. And then I'd get later and I go, oh, I need another one here. And then it was I was like, oh man, why did I do that to myself?
A lot of exporting, a lot of pain.
Yeah. And so, surprisingly, it was actually more difficult than the others because of all the little transitional noises that I had to make. But I think it turned out pretty banger.
It did turn out pretty banger. I am okay. Here's my thing, my personal like gripe with sound effects. I hate making tech sound effects.
Oh
So
yeah.
I would personally like to know how you did those ones. I would like this one, not the gun.
Good.
We got a little laser, and then we have the little magnifying glass at the end. Because generally, when I have to do these, I actually use actual music synths and smash them together, and it makes me sad because it takes forever. But how do you usually do these?
That is a great way to do it, and it's really unique, and you will have cool sounds that will be unique to you. I'm a loser, and I just grab whatever I can find and put it together. So, like the sound of the robot, robot.
What
thing,
is that?
The Zeiton tech thing.
Zeiton drone.
Yeah, like scanning the scene.
Yeah.
It's literally. I think I found some Soundly or Boom library sounds that were literally just like machine scanning, design sci-fi machine scanning sound. And I was like, hell yeah, that's perfect. And so I like found these like little robot hovering noises and just like slapped them together.
Now it's a scanning hovering robot.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And the same thing was for the magnify. It was just like a computer scanning sci-fi noise or something that like changes over time.
It is
And I was
really
like,
cool.
oh.
I wonder how they do it for sure.
I think I may have been play back that magnifying glass sound effect again.
Yeah, 1 sec. Like
Okay.
a scanner, yeah.
So it was either built into the sound, or I literally took that scanning sound and I put it into Faceplant and then slowly raised the pitch and speed over time. I can't remember. One of the two.
Ever
But
tried just recording a 3D printer? I actually have no idea what a 3D printer sounds like. I'm thinking about it right now. Interesting.
we should go on an expedition and record a 3D printer.
If I buy a 3D printer right now, would it count as a business expense for my taxes?
Yes.
You know, I've always wanted one. But yeah, like some sound effects are really cool. Like some people, the way that some sound effects get made is so funny. So you know League of Legends. I don't remember if you play.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you play League.
Or I know I do not play. I
Yeah.
have played before.
Yeah. Have you heard the story about Zack's sound effect?
No.
So there's this slime monster called Zack, right, chat?
Right.
And Zack's sound effects were made by slapping dog food around in a condom.
What the fuck?
That, it's really stupid. But yeah, like Riot Games actually used to release more devlogs like that, which I used to love watching. They don't really do it as much anymore. But Darkstar Thresh, there's a Thresh skin that's like he's like a black hole, right? Like he's like the end of the universe, black hole, pulling stars into their deaths and stuff like that. And it's really cool. There's a lot of like kind of horror sound effects, and some of them they made by rubbing dry ice on a sheet of metal, and like that kind of stuff always like was like wowed me. I was like, who thinks of this stuff?
I
And it
know.
turns out they just have a massive Foley room with a bunch of random stuff in there, and they just go in there and smack stuff until it works. Apparently,
That's how they do it. I know. Well, there's like this slightly related. There's I think a guy who has worked or works at Riot. And he does these little videos on YouTube. His channel's not huge or anything, but he makes these little videos where he's like, yeah, here's how I did the sound of like this robot like jet thing. And it's like this simple, it's like a 30-minute long video, and he's just like a sound designer guy, and he's like, yeah, so I went into my kitchen and I recorded the sounds of a coffee grinder. And I'm like, what the what? Like, how do you, and then he shows you how he processes all of them and all that, and it like comes out so good. And he's like, yeah, these are all things you could just do at home. And I'm like,
you
what
gotta
in the
send me
hell?
that channel later.
I
You gotta
will.
send me that channel now before you forget.
I will. It's
All right.
crazy, dude.
That's awesome. That's sick. I love that kind of stuff where it's like you just hear the I love composers. I love talking to composers about their music, but talking to a sound designer how they made a certain sound is so funny and entertaining sometimes, because it's like oh yeah, that jet engine. Yeah, like that jet engine's a coffee machine. And then you just hear the craziest things sometimes about like how some sounds came to be, and you're just sitting here like, are you a psychopath? Like,
Right.
how did you think of that?
It's like where in your right mind did you come up with the idea to record the coffee grinder and then process it so it sounds like a jetpack? Like what? Like, bro, I wish I was half as creative as you are.
I also know like a lot of sound designers that just have a portable recording microphone that just go outside and like take a walk or something, right?
Yeah.
And then they just decide to do stuff. It's crazy. I love sound designers. Sound designers are so funny.
True.
Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. I sip on my water.
Sip of my water.
How's that chair doing for your feet, by the way? I know you've been
Yo,
having
it
to
is,
stand for a little bit.
you know, surprisingly comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a good time over here.
You know you can sit down, right?
I mean, look, it's gonna be a little awkward, I think, if I do that.
Yeah, you'd be a little short, I think.
Here, hold on, wait. Well, I mean, no problem. I mean, look here, I can abide by the rules. It's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, watch this here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get back up if you want.
Is that what you wanted? Is this what you wanted from me?
You don't have to be that tiny.
I can, yeah, I can be tinier. You can, look at this. Check me out now. How's that, huh? What do you?
What kind of owl magic are you doing?
The secret of the owl magic book. I cannot give to
Yeah,
you.
real. I'm not an owl. That makes sense. It's like how the Star Wars blaster sound was made. Those guys were like, let's hit a power line with a metal object. Yeah. I've always thought that story was interesting and also very, very dangerous.
Yes.
Maybe we shouldn't hit metal objects with a power line, or a power line with metal objects. Maybe that'll cause harm.
Cause harm.
Anyway, we have our next video, our longest one so far. We are gonna skip the original song.
Yes. Before we get in this, can I disappear for like 2 minutes?
Yes.
Not even 2 minutes. It'll be faster than that. I'll be right
Yes.
back.
You know what, guys? It is time to take. Oh my god. His eyes are like half open. What is that? Yeah, I get to yap for 2 minutes now. Hello, guys. This is my own stream. Usually when this happens and I'm yapping, it's because I'm on someone else's stream and they left. But yeah, I think that a lot of this stuff is really cool. I really like Variance projects, working on it in general, because there's so much variety. We talked about earlier how, for example, like Chiron, the Chiron Empire doesn't have cars, and then Zeiton has flying ones, right? Like, that's a very on the nose example, but everything is so varied and different that it's just a lot of fun, and it's not very samey with the work. Like, I personally like the fact that if I'm doing so much work for a company or for like a piece of media, eventually it will be like a little samey. Eventually it's gonna be like, oh, how am I gonna make the 27th little text sound different from the other 26? That's a difficulty for sure, and that's something that I respect, but also like just the ability that we have to like work on silly little religious not cult and then go to tech Zion or Zeiton is really cool. And I enjoy it a lot, and that work process has always been very fun to me. That said, I did not think that I'd be working on religious cult not cult sound effects for a very long time. I was not expecting that to happen anytime soon. But here we are, working with a cult not cult. So I am going to introduce the next lore video a little bit. This is for Ava Hawthorne, the wonderful corrupted dragon. So during her debut, her original song played in the middle of the lore video. But we went over that original song last week, or 2 weeks ago. So if you want to hear my thoughts and Rain's thoughts on that original song, you can check out the VOD from 2 weeks ago. It should be on YouTube still. But today we're gonna skip that part and just go over the lore video, because if not, we'd be sitting here for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back, Jay.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you had to
I
reset
returned.
your owl magic, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. 1000%.
Yeah, you used a little too much.
By going to the restroom.
You could have played along. You ate a mouse or something. I don't know. What do owls hunt?
Great question. I think mice. Yes.
Yeah, mice and like. I think I've seen an owl hunt a bat once.
Probably.
I might be wrong.
I'm sure owls also go after various other animals.
Yeah.
Like cats, probably. Fish. Probably
Well-
whatever they can find, really.
Yeah, probably. All right, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Is there anything you want to say before this one?
This video is a banger, and if you haven't seen it, you're gonna see it now. It's a banger, and it's a product of my strongest capabilities.
All right, let's press play.
Pharaoh's is a world teetering on the edge of collapse.
Except for all this
Not
long
with a
ass
scream,
narration.
But with a slow, unraveling
I
breath.
can't say that. This narration's really important.
It is. It is.
I
it
like how
is.
you added the breath though. It's like unraveling breath.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in here, and I'll
Forces
talk
have
about that
begun to
after it's
move.
done.
Yeah.
Quiet, insidious, even. Pulling
Little
the
sounds
world towards
sweeten the
chaos.
narration, basically.
Yeah.
And in this descent, the old stories of good and evil no longer hold. Heroes may be the architects of ruin. Villains may be the ones holding the line.
Damn, did I really do that good? Her
And
voice sounds
in
really good.
between, well, there are those who are simply just trying to survive.
I recognize
Long
that's
ago,
biting
before
sound.
the cataclysm tore the land.
Oh my god, it's Ava! Hello, Ava.
A bridge.
Ava,
a gate
hi.
Connected.
We're talking about your
the
lore
dry
video.
land to the
She's dead.
mainland.
A gate.
A gate.
Back then, migration was natural. A quiet search for warmth, for safety, and for a time, they found it. It was a hidden village, tucked away from the rest of Pharaoh's. It was built by those who wished only to live in peace. It was safe,
Oh no, the purple's
Quiet.
coming.
forgotten by the
The
world.
purple is
The
coming!
grape juice!
But that was when the fire came.
I
And
love the black and white here.
Me too.
our protagonist was young when it burned. She was just old enough to recognize the sound of something precious breaking. Her little sister clung to her as
bouncing
the
around a
sky
little
split
bit.
open like a wounded god and the trees turned to screaming embers. They didn't run because they were brave. They ran because there was nothing else left.
Wow.
Through smoke and flame, they escaped. And their parents vanished into the chaos, into the collapsing wood and firelight. Whether they died in the blaze or vanished to save them, our protagonist never found out.
Never found out.
Oh,
The question never really appeared to her again until much later. The silence that followed the screams took much too long.
So I've heard this lore video so many times, I could
By
probably
that time,
recite
the
it.
fire had gone cold.
you can recite it from memory. Yeah.
Possibly.
I probably could for mine too,
Like
honestly.
the inflection and everything.
From that
Yeah.
moment on, she never stopped moving. She knew that the world no longer saw dragonoids as their
Quieter the video. Do I need to be
fellows,
louder? I
as
probably
I'll
should
raise
be
your
louder.
volume.
danger.
I'll raise your volume a bit.
They were seen as myths, trophies, and weapons. They
God,
revealed
I wish I
themselves
could
to the
buy a
world
cloak
she
like this
risked
and go on an
endangering her
adventure.
place in it.
Yes.
This dragonoid lived with her sister.
Rainbow!
They
What does
were
it mean?
nomadic, to hide. And she did what she could to protect it.
That face looks so silly. I don't know why.
She swore to herself.
It's the
to
little
always keep
one-line
herself.
eyes.
It means I'm gay.
But this could only
There's
go
a
on
double
for so
rainbow!
long.
Oh my god! Is this a song?
It
No,
began
not
with
yet.
a song.
Different song.
Yeah. For those who didn't catch this
The
originally,
irony
Ava
of
sings
a
this part.
song so sweet. We were safe as long as we were together.
Man, I love guitar.
Dude. Yes, I do. This motherfucker.
Let me go! My sister, please!
God, the screams there are so good.
I know.
Like I said, we're gonna be skipping the song. If you want to hear our thoughts on the song, go 2 weeks stream VOD from 2 weeks ago with Rain. We talked about it then, but we're gonna skip it because we have no time. We're already cutting it a little long today.
Sorry.
But the song's a banger. Listen to this last part. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Stream it on YouTube and Spotify. And Google Music? Apple Music? The chains on the running is nice.
Thank you. A lot of people said they cried. Yay! I love making people cry. I cried putting some of this shit together. Don't even.
Amazon Music.
Eh. There's actually, I know this is a moment, but there's something so funny to talk about for this moment later. Oh. Oh, nah, nah. God, I love this part.
That magic sound was really nice, actually.
Thank you.
It added a lot there.
My specialty.
Ah! High pitched sounds! Whoa! My ultimate attack!
My magic sound effect.
And
Hoo-yah!
that's the story of how I got here. My sister and I are safe. Well, she is safe. And
That tiny little
I'm
ukulele looks so
sure
funny on
that it
her.
stays that way.
It's so
Some can
small.
call me corrupted or evil, but we've seen what lurks in the hearts of the pure. No longer will we run. No longer are we.
I actually love the end of this because you didn't
We
get to
are
catch it on her
finally
debut because of the way it
She
ends.
is alive, and anyone standing in our way.
I'm 178 centimeters, let me live. Yeah, why didn't you get a full-size ukulele instead of a child one then?
Yeah. Little cello end.
The dragonfly.
Bang.
All right. Where do we want to start first? Do we want to start with that exposing here? What happened here?
Ava, can I tell them? Or do you want me to not?
Oh no. I'm poor. I'm sure one of the houses that got burnt down had a ukulele that was relatively undamaged. You can tell them I talked about it in my debut 2.0, so it's okay.
That's true. Okay, so in this spot where she does this like crazy scream over her sister, supposedly dying, right? It's so funny because when I'm sorry, it's not a funny moment.
You can't start your sentence with that.
It's so funny that her sister's dying. No, but for a little funny behind the scenes context, Ava did talk about this. Basically, there were some really good takes that she did, but the problem is that her microphone physically, literally cannot handle her screaming that loud. And so it would like crunch out and just make crazy distorting noises and like digital sounds. And I was like, Bestie, what is happening? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, this is such a good take. So it turns out that as far as we are aware, the microphone that she currently uses, it just cannot handle it just can't handle the sound pressure level that comes out of her mouth when she gets that loud. And so we had to have her do different takes, the ones that you hear in here, because they didn't distort. And I was like, oh, but it sucks because the old takes that she did were actually so good. Please show Rius the better. I don't know if hold on. Well, even if I did, I'll send them to you later because I don't know that there's a good way to play them on stream.
Yeah, I mean, if you send me the audio file, I could just play it on stream.
Yeah. But I also don't know where they are. Also, I don't want to like. I don't
find
take
it
time.
later.
But basically, TLDR is you'll have to trust me. She had some really incredible, like gut-wrenching takes.
She had to limit her power.
We had to limit her. We couldn't use them because the microphone. It's like everyone was.
This take was really good too. So
I know.
I'm curious what the better take was, but I could also tell that she was trying to be a little quiet.
Yeah, you can tell here she's sort of holding back.
Yeah.
And that's why.
I was wondering why, because I was like, I've heard her just full scream in her house before.
Yeah, because she went full out, but the microphone literally couldn't take it.
That's actually hilarious. Okay.
And then another tiny bit about this is actually related to the lore. It's kind of funny. Right here, I think a lot of people were confused. I think she sort of explained this. Basically, the sister
and I
like
are safe.
The magic brings her back to life.
She is safe.
But there was supposed to be like a gasp here of her like waking up, like coming back to life. The thing is, we just didn't have any of that anywhere. And I was trying to look for gasping female sound effects, and there's just not time, and I just couldn't find any. And so I was like, we're just gonna leave it and hope that context tells the story.
Anyone standing in our way.
You know, it made enough sense, I think. I think people were mostly confused because the sister looks so different here than anywhere else, like in this scene compared to anywhere else. They were like, who is this?
Who is that?
I know like some people were saying that, but I think with the time that we had, it still came out it still came out enough that context clues.
Right.
The horn shape was like the big thing, I think.
Yeah.
I think,
and there's like time that's passed between the last shot and like the end shot, you know?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I think it also would have been a lot easier for people to see if the horns had been like shown more in the rest of the video, but they were hooded, so maybe like that was kind of a little difficult to tell that like, oh, this person has horns, but also like I don't remember what the sister's horns look like. Do you want they can't be shown? Yeah, exactly. It's like they couldn't be shown in the earlier scene, so they might have I think that kind of added to the who is this?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think it was enough for context clues. I know like I just saw like a couple people talking about that. Also, I think it's really funny because we did the same thing with the map where you added the stones rumbling, didn't you?
I always do that.
Built by those who wish
at the beginning,
to live in peace.
Yeah,
there are a few
crackling
shots.
Noises.
Wait, I'm trying to find it.
Villains may be the ones holding the line.
It's when it like pops up and it's like
yeah, for the first time.
It's like
Unknown forces have begun to move. Quiet, insidious even.
Right
Yeah,
pulling
here.
little stone
the world
rumbles.
towards chaos. And in this
Yeah, it is a bit of a
descent,
skill issue.
the old stories of good and evil no longer hold.
I think, okay, this is what I mean when I say it'd be really weird if that sound effect wasn't there. But also, what is the sound of purple spreading on a map, guys?
Yeah, we were just talking about this. It's like things
Yeah.
that technically, like, what sound does this make? And the only thing I could think of was like magic, evil rumblies cracking the earth open, spreading across the land, cataclysm. I don't know.
Yeah, and you have to like work backwards from what you think it would sound like, and then be like, okay, what are the pieces of this? At least that's how I do it. I don't know how you do it.
No, 1000%. I'm
Yeah.
like, I try to pick an element, and sometimes I'm like, I
Use
think this can
inbreeding.
work. Then over time, you're like, maybe that's not it.
Right. Yeah, like this.
Unknown
So
forces have begun to move. Quiet, insidious even.
And it
Pulling the
fits
world
really
towards
well.
Chaos.
But you're like,
Thank you.
there's no real world equivalent to this.
Yeah.
What is this supposed to sound like? And like, you need to just gamble. I feel like sometimes on like
Did you say
whether or
gamble?
not the gamble.
Gambling?
I feel like sometimes it's a gamble on whether or not an audience will associate what you did with the visual like clearly enough. Like obviously it's really easy to be like, okay, that sound happens when that visual happens, so obviously it's supposed to be that. But actually knowing like if the audience is going to really make the connection is sometimes like really difficult for stuff like this, I feel like.
I will say too, that is part of the benefit though, as well, is that, thank you by the way, Ava, that it's for things like this, okay, sorry, this side tangent little thing, but like this
Yeah.
is why I love magic related fantasy style sound design, because it's not real.
It's not real.
I can make it
You can
sound
do
however
anything.
I want. Anybody, this is like, I love like, this is why I love like even like isekai anime or like any kind of fantasy anime that is not real, like based upon like the real world, is so cool because every sound designer does their shit differently and nobody cares because it's like I can decide what this thing is supposed to sound like and everybody will just unanimously agree like, yeah, that's what the corruption sounds like. And I'm like, yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah, it
Because I said
does.
it does. And they're like, that's crazy. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's me deciding these things now. I'm gonna have a lot to say about that when we get to the Seraphine stuff later. But yeah, like that is definitely the easiest type of make shit up sound. I can swear now.
Fuck around, find out.
Yeah, that's definitely the easiest type of like make shit up sound effects that I love to do as
Yeah.
well. I still hate making sounds for real life things that have no sound. And like
Yeah.
you know exactly what people are going to expect kind of, but not really, and you have to work after that. I think there's a few of them in here too. I actually really like how you added sound effects at the end of like each line to match what the narration was saying too. It's like, oh yeah, there was a fire, and then it's like whoosh.
Yeah.
Our
Little people screaming in the back.
protagonist
Yeah.
was young when it burned.
This is some of the hardest
She
shit
was
to do
just
though.
old enough to recognize the sound of something precious breaking.
Like you'll hear here.
Her little sister clung to her as the sky split open like a wounded god and the trees
I don't know, the sky
turned to
splitting open or
screaming
some shit,
embers.
whatever.
Yeah, screaming embers and then fire sounds.
And then you hear like
They
the
didn't
trees
run because
falling
they were
down.
brave.
Yeah.
And it's just like
They
over
ran
time you have to
because
keep
there
putting
was nothing
sounds
but
in,
death.
otherwise it gets really boring to listen to.
Okay, I need to pause this. Long sound scenes are so difficult, even if you have like a long sample of like the fire burning to go in the background, right? I'm pretty sure we
Wow.
use the same one actually. Now that I'm like
Probably.
listening to it, because there aren't that many good long fire burning sounds. Thank you for the follow,
No.
Cloudy.
I had to use like 4 different fire burns to get this loop to work.
Yeah. But like on top of that, it's like you can't have it being the same sounds the entire time, or else it gets boring. So you have to go pull out more fire sounds.
Yes. Yeah, it's like that. And then like again, yeah, like I think there are like 7, 8, 9 different tree falling sounds here that have all been slowed down to give the like crumbly, crackly feel as they collapse in the fire. And it's just wild because I had to put so many of them in here, and I kept like moving them, like panning them left and right. And it's just like, you just have to find ways to keep the scene sounding intriguing and like motion related. Otherwise, again, yeah, you just sit there for like 2 minutes on fire. And it's
Yeah.
like, what?
Especially because it's like a still image of a fire, right? Like it's there. I don't know. Adding sound interests to stuff like this has always been like really cool to me.
Yeah.
But especially if it's a still image, like trying to narrate it in a way that both, or like trying to do the audio in a way that the narration is also like still very interesting and moves forward, but also the sound effects kind of help with that, where it's not just like someone's talking with the crackle of a campfire in the background for 30 seconds. It's, oh my god, the trees are falling.
Everything is burning.
Everything's burning, and there's a sky that's opening up. Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, it's a lot of work, and I think it came out really well in this one. Do you have any other scenes that you want to share, show and tell before we move on?
Let's see. God, there's actually so many for this one. I really like the little scene with the music when it does the guitar.
Yeah, let's find it
that
real
we had
quick.
a chord as well, because Jay made me sound really cool. You just sound really cool, gamer. It was really awesome. But
The
so this
irony of a song so sweet.
this part is so neat because if you like back up a little,
Yep.
original what happens here is this song is just a song, right?
Yeah.
But I made it like mono rather than stereo, so it's only one channel, right? It's
Yeah,
at the beginning here, it's on the left side because that's where the guitar is coming from, right?
Oh,
And I gave it like a little bit of like outside space sounding reverb or delay, so it
irony of
sounds
a
like it's being
song
played
so
around the
sweet.
corner.
and then it comes in.
Yeah. And then when they get together, after she talks to the bard guy, it's like the full song comes on like stereo.
That's really cool. I actually didn't know that it was mono. I thought it was just pan to left, like stereo.
Yeah, I made it mono.
That's cool.
And then this, Ava nailed this, dude. Like, this was just off the cuff. I sent the song. We were like brainstorming songs, and I sent this to her, and she was like, "Okay, I'll come up with something." And I was like, "Sick." And then she sent me this, and I was like, "Damn."
I hope you use your own audio for D&D streams, by the way. That would be cool whenever those are coming. Unfortunately, that'd be way too much work to write music for every D&D session, especially because it's gonna be weekly, probably. But I would love to eventually. That was actually one of the things that I would love to do, like as an audio person. Like, I would love to be hired for like a big D&D stream to do all their audio. Like, I
That
want to
would
like
be
work
so
with their
neat.
DM and just make them their sound effects and music ahead of time.
That'd be so cool.
It'd be really fun. But no, I'm just gonna go with Gregorian chanting.
Actually, too, this scene, it's so funny. The
Yeah.
very end is like my favorite of this whole video. This scene is like so banger because you would not believe how many fucking Foley sounds I had to do for for the end when they like bust through the door.
Yeah, let's listen.
Let me go! My sister, please!
How many sound effects was that?
So,
How many
lot.
sound effects was that
A
door?
lot. The door. Yeah, it was like 4 different sounds for the door. Like I had to put so many like wooden door like hit sounds, and then like then I had to like do like there might be like an explosion somewhere in there. I don't know. There's so many like types of sounds in there to like for that door being busted open because it's just supposed to be like epic as hell, like bad at like they just like it's abrasive, right? And then I have a plugin. This is actually my favorite plugin. I use it on literally every project. It's called Walker 2, made by UVI Workstation, the UVI people. And that plugin does footsteps, so you can play them in real time. So that's how I do my footstep Foley. You can like select. So I like picked all like the chainmail and like the armor plating and like all that shit, and then did like the wood footsteps. But there's a lot here. The first few are like dirt footsteps because they're like outside, right? And then they bust through the door, and then it's all wood. And so I would sit there like plonking on the keyboard. And the funny thing about multiple people doing footsteps, right? In a lot of media, and this is actually This is like from the early Foley days, like way back. You know, there's like this phenomena where it's like if you do one person on screen, you got to get their footsteps timed right. If you do two people on screen, you got to get their footsteps timed right. But as soon as you put a third person in, it does not matter what the footstep pacing is.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It just works. It's crazy because it all just sounds like muddled sound at that point.
Yeah, let's
So it's like
play that actually again. We can
do
hear
it, do
that.
it.
I'm so jealous. I didn't know that Walker 2 existed. I'm gonna rant about that in a second.
Let me go! My sister, please!
Like I literally just tapped a couple footsteps at first, and then when I realized there were like 4 guards, I just kept tapping footsteps really rapidly.
Wait, this program's sick. You get to get cats?
Yeah,
Cat
yeah. There's so many
footsteps?
different sounds for one of the spots where I think there's a spot in here in this video where it's when at the end when Ava comes out, her shoes have been taken. So I used some of the talon like footsteps to do the dragon claws when she like walks on the ground.
Wait, that's
There's so
sick.
many
I'm
cool
so
footsteps
sad that I
to
didn't know that this exists. I'm gonna have to buy this later because for all the footsteps that I worked on, I had to just get a bunch of different samples of footsteps and then like change the surface manually. Like So
dude.
there's a part in Katya's lore video that I'm gonna talk about later for the footsteps, but like changing between surfaces is so important, and then doing that without this plugin is a nightmare. But it looks like this would make it so much easier. Oh, it's 30% off right now.
Oh, yeah, UVI always has some really good sales. I literally got their once I've gotten their plugins, just the end game. Like I use them thing. So like the footstep plugin also has like little bits where you can like put the type of clothing they're wearing and then the type of accessories they might have on. And that's where like when you hear her running at the back half of the video, you were like, "Oh, the chain sounds here are cool." That's part of the plugin. I just
That's a
picked chains.
plugin?
Yeah, I just picked chains, and
That
then when
is
you do
sick.
the footsteps, when you do the release, it has them as part of the sound effect.
Oh, that's sick. I need to get that.
It's awesome.
I thought you actually got like chain sounds and layered them here.
Oh no, I mean
Coulda
I did that
fooled
for
me.
when she's like moving later because like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
that important. But like yeah, the footsteps are all just it's part of the plugin.
That's sick.
And then the other one that I have that I use a lot from them is it's unlock. It's for doors. You can use it for like keys and opening doors and stuff.
You have there's a whole plugin for doors?
Yes.
Man, I need to get a plugin for doors. I also hate doors. There's a lot of things I hate about making sound effects unique. And it's that, do you know how many doors open in the 2 lore videos I made? And the trailer and the teasers and everything? There are many doors opening in all the audio work I've done for Variance so far, and each time I have to use a different door sound. So people don't call me out on, hey, you used the same door sound here as the last time.
Okay, but you know what? They wouldn't know. Do you know how I
They wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know because for the full promo trailer, when the talent's all revealed, I used the same whoosh sound effect like 8 times. I don't know if you do that, but I kept using.
I want you to know that I heard it.
Okay,
I heard it, but
I know you did.
You know, like I know people don't understand, or people aren't listening for it particularly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure if people like actually actively listen for it, then they probably get it more often. I'm sending your plugins in our DMs, so don't forget about them later.
Oh yes.
But yeah, the whoosh is just everywhere. It's kind of funny. I used the same whoosh like 6 times in Leia's trailer, I believe, so I can't really say anything.
UVI also makes a whoosh plugin for.
There's no way that UVI has everything.
They do.
They
have
keep everything.
making Foley related plugins, and every time they make a new one, I'm like, I need it. I need it right now. Some of the trailer sounds that for the promo, the digital ones are also a plugin. Like it's called, I think it's called Clicks. I can't remember.
That's sick.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anything else on Ava's before we move on?
I don't think there's anything too crazy. I mean, the video, this is a banger. It's just super good.
It is. It was a very good video. Guys, you guys need to check out all these lore videos like on your own headphones and not through a Twitch stream. Like the experience of all these lore videos are crazy. Like the whole team put a lot of work into this, honestly. All right. Not just the audio team. I know like we have the audio team for this. I'm hoping to get like the visual team for some projects on at some point to talk about it, but it's a little rough. People are very busy lately. We're gonna go over the Sable tragedy.
Oh.
I like how they all named these lore videos later on because they had to upload that. But yeah, let's get Katya's lore video. This is the one that I worked on. I did not do the music. Treya did the music, so I have their notes with me, I believe, somewhere.
Yes, you guys made us sound really cool and epic. You guys sound really cool and epic. I did. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go over Treya's notes later on, but we will go over the full video first. We'll watch the full video first, like usual. Like we have done. Alright. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ah, the great Chiron Empire.
You're getting bigger.
I am.
And
J. Lars.
Sable. Where the strong lead and the weak follow. Few noble families embrace this more than my own. House Sable. My father, the great Viscount. My dear brother Dominic.
We fixed it.
My mother.
Good fix.
The mistress who gave birth to me. Katya.
I have a lot to say about this one, honestly.
I'm sure you do.
Did you know there's 2 evil clown laughs in that?
Are there?
Yeah, there's 2 evil clowns.
Enough. I've earned a break.
Yeah, I could not imagine having to put all these footsteps in manually.
I had to.
Poor man.
And
Ooh,
those
you're
ones are
matching the clock.
reverb.
I never realized that. That's awesome. You poor guy.
Yeah, I had to pan those ones. I had to pan the first 2.
Oh, I love the slide detail. I forgot this was in here. Clearly, I wasn't paying enough attention the first time.
They weren't supposed to be. They weren't in the script, but those things are like the...
There's some untimely passing. You will become the next head of the
There's movement on screen, but there isn't anything in the audio, and it sounds weird kind of things.
Did the door just
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Delta.
The heartbeat is wild.
Fun fact, I had to bass boost that heartbeat.
You always have to.
Yeah, it's too low.
They always are. Oh, nice door pan.
Yeah.
Father!
What is it? I'm busy.
There's no time! Dominic's plotting your assassination!
Nonsense.
I'm serious! A strange man was talking.
Enough! It's time you grow
Enough!
up, Katya.
Here comes the glove. I hate this glove.
I tried so much to warn him. Again and again. I thought him truly foolish.
Yes!
That's the sound of leather rubbing against leather, by the way.
Yeah, leather like twisting.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's a rubber
You're wide open.
medical glove.
Yeah.
Just like father's back.
Classic.
Please, stop this.
Then make me.
Oh, the sounds here are so fucking sick, dude. I loved this part.
Dude, fencing swords do not make that sound, but it's so
No,
cool.
They do not even close. But that's so badass, though.
That was me, by the way, guys. That's my voice. I could have made that stronger, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's like rattling bones.
They are bones, but it's supposed to be wood. I just couldn't find wood falling sounds.
That's fair though. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
I tried to find him.
Oh, this sequence is miserable.
Damn, yeah, all those sounds, dude. Oh, love that.
Same heartbeat, by the way. I was too lazy to find another one.
I was too late.
Is there context here? Is there a reason he doesn't kill her too?
He doesn't see her, apparently.
Ah.
Because he thinks she's dead.
Okay, I gotcha. I was like, I lost that in translation, so I was like...
Yeah, that one was a little off.
Oh, I love that sound when she's like crunching it. And it's like, oh. Nice. Classic blood drip.
Yeah,
Water
2 little
drop sound.
drips. Yeah. That's my bathtub.
Really?
Yeah, I recorded my bathtub for that.
I do that shit all the time for videos. It's so awesome.
This is the city where I was like, oh shoot, there's a car in here.
Oh.
Today's headline: Dominic Sable, avenger of his family during a night of horror. Only survivor of the
We'll all
break-in,
sell it on
now
VA.
set to break out
Real.
on a huge business venture.
Keep up the good work, brother. Gathering all the cards.
Oh.
Father would be proud. But only I can stack the deck.
I love that. Or like wood puppetry kind of thing.
Yeah.
Take the house.
The wishes.
Flaunt the Sable name. Enjoy
love that.
it while it lasts. Now,
Oh.
it's my turn to play.
That one had a lot of impact.
That like when she like grabs to die.
Yeah.
So badass.
So I have a lot to say about this one because I also like know my own script. So I saw my script, obviously. There were a lot of sound effects that I just decided to add later on because I was like, there's stuff happening on screen. And the sound effects for the storyboard, there's like 1 or 2 sound effects per scene, maybe. For like the really like obvious big ones, but I had to add a bunch of little ones. So I pointed out the rock thing because I did the same thing here.
And House Sable.
And it's kind of funny because that the House Sable badge, or like the emblem, that's made of stone or like some mineral. The other ones are just floating things, and I was like, I don't want to do a different sound for those because that kind of sounds wrong.
Yeah.
But also it also just looks a little weird. So this one was a compromise.
Where the strong lead and the weak follow.
Whooshes. Actually, so for this scene, there wasn't actually like a transition between the people initially. So we ended up doing like little camera sounds.
father,
Yeah, little camera clicks
The great
to transition in between.
My
That was cool.
dear-
That was a very creative decision.
Yeah.
Very good.
This laughter. So first of all, I added a voice line here because it was a little weird that you see Dominic here and not his voice.
And not hear anything. Yeah.
But yeah, this laughter is 7 laughters, including mine and 2 killer clowns. I think that's what the sound effect was called. There's 2. You can hear it if you listen.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Yeah, there's a killer clown in there.
You know, that doesn't surprise me. I think in any scenarios where I've had to do laughter that kind of suits the maniacal kind of
Like
vibe. Mockery. Yeah, you have to really like layer a lot of shit in because there's not and do the people laughing like crazy because
Yeah.
it kind of fits the vibe.
Because
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
like a regular laughing like group sound effect is just normal laughter.
They're
And
just
you
like,
need it I need it crazy. I need to go wild.
You need crazy style.
Laughing on it crazy stuff.
Laughing on it, crazy style.
Dude, these footsteps were so painful. Because I had to match the flooring, but also I love this sound. This wasn't in it initially, but I was like,
Yeah.
it's really weird that she's leaning back and yelling out, and there's no sound there.
There's
So I was like,
nothing
can you just groan like really loudly?
Yeah.
And I'll add some reverb on it, and then we'll just put it there.
Yeah, that was a banger move, honestly.
Then we have stone footsteps with big reverb there.
Yes.
Yeah. I hate doing footsteps, so hopefully that other plugin helps me, because
Yeah, dude. It's
those
great.
first two footsteps are panned right, and it's so painful to do this.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to do your panning, but like,
Yeah.
the thing though is that it's very easy to play them out and then just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, like little stuff like the feet sliding. I know you pointed it out earlier, but
Super good.
those
are necessary details.
it's really difficult to make these videos and script all the sound effects ahead of time.
Yes.
Unless you're super experienced in doing this. But
Yeah.
like these kinds of things where like there's movement on screen but there's no sound, it just looks wrong. Because you know what someone dragging their feet over carpet sounds like. It should sound like. So when there's no audio, it just feels weird.
It feels wrong.
It does feel wrong. These sword sound effects, I had to bump up the mid range,
yeah,
and then
always.
add a bunch of reverb. And I was like, this doesn't sound like fencing at all. Because I know what fencing sounds like. I've fenced before. This doesn't sound like it
Yeah.
at all, but it's so much cooler.
It is so the impacts are killer here.
Yeah.
You're wide open.
Like, what is the sound of waving a fencing sword through the air? Not that.
Yeah, the whole again back to the whole talk of like weapons moving when you lift them don't actually make any noise.
Yeah.
But every piece of media portrays them as swinging or shinging or clicking.
Yeah, that's the sound of two kitchen knives, by the way.
Those are
sliding
killer.
against each other.
Was that you or did you get those from
That's
somewhere?
me. Those
Dude,
two knife sounds are me.
I'm gonna need those because like I can never get my sword like swinging noises to be right.
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
sword.
need
The
somebody to
rest of the
assist it.
sword swinging was from Splice, but those first two,
You're wide open.
That's killer.
that's my knife
like
sharpening.
father's back.
I'm sharpening my knife in that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like these sound effects are like, it's very like visually it makes sense for something to be there. Auditorily, if you looked at that, it's like, why is that happening? Why is that sound there? And it's so funny.
Stop this.
Then make me.
That like
Oh,
those
I love
impacts, like those are great swords.
Super good.
And not fencing swords. Yeah, this sequence
Yeah,
of the
they are.
dropping the sword, like I thought that was cool. And then we have the fire. I'm gonna still talk about this scene real quick. Because we have the
I tried to find him.
this ambience is 20 sound effects.
Not
from
surprised.
from her running to seeing her dad get stabbed is 20 sounds there. But I thought I also got the footsteps, so it's grass initially and then stone.
I tried to find him.
It's dirt and then stone
I
later.
tried to save him.
Oh yeah.
That stab was 7, I think. It's like a couple. There's another knife sharpening sound, and then wet gore sound.
Classic wet gore.
Wet gore.
Wet gore.
Yeah, it's so funny having to layer all these because it's like they release these sounds with the intention of, oh yeah, this should sound good on its own, and then you listen to it and it's like, it needs more
need
gore.
more.
I need
It needs
more.
more gore.
Yeah, I need more of a squelch.
Boy, I need more viscosity in this
Yeah,
stab.
I need more blood trailing down the knife. Make it real visceral. Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of work. And then we have the glove stuff that I talked about earlier, where it's like it's not supposed to be there.
Hands don't make this sound.
Hands do not make this sound. There's one thing that I find really funny. So for this scene, the film countdown, the numbers were really consistent, and like each number was 1 second until the zero. The zero just came early for some reason. And I was looking at that and I was like, should I match the sound to the zero coming up? Because that just sounds really weird. So I ended up not doing that. The zero is just a little early.
Oh, yeah, they
but,
just cut in.
Yeah.
No, it's good that you did what you did. It sounds consistent.
Yeah. So that was a little thing I had to do. This one was funny. First of all, there's I think the frame's still there. How do I go one frame at a time?
It's one of the key.
I don't want to point out visual stuff, but the dice is actually still back there, just tiny for one frame for some reason. And I found that I wasn't sure if I should make a sound effect for that, but like the dice is still there. But funny story, this was supposed to be a coin and not a dice initially in the script, and then they just made it into a dice because they thought it would it was more topical for a gambler.
That's what I thought, because I feel like
Yeah.
that makes sense. You toss a coin to the local person and they throw a newspaper back at you.
Yeah, they made it into dice. So I was like, okay, it's no longer you're paying someone for a newspaper. Now the dice is turning into it with magic. Yeah. So I did a little silly, and I used the sound of a coin flip there anyway.
That's what I thought. I was like, that's the coin.
Yeah, that's a coin flip with a dice sound effect on top.
With a
of it.
dice underneath. Yeah. Huh.
Which that was just a little silly thing. I didn't know how to make the sound of a dice flip sound satisfying, so it was that.
That's totally understandable.
Yeah, and then I just have like one thing at the end. That whoosh sounds so good. That's supposed to be a dice roll. That was scripted to be a dice roll there, but I was like, it's too close to the front of the screen. It's floating.
Yeah.
Take the house.
Yeah, it doesn't like bounce off of anything.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Clean.
Now.
I love that.
That glove grab, I think, is my favorite sound that I did for
That's a
the whole
banger.
trailer. Like, that glove, it's so simple. Like, it has such a good impact.
It is.
Yeah. And this is LED lights turning on and flickering. And I had to time the flickering to the lights on the sides. I don't think anyone noticed.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
It was clean.
Now.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's panned and matched to the sounds on the left and right. But yeah, that was fun. Give a little laugh. Have you noticed that she laughs at the end of all her videos?
Yes. Oh, Katya.
All of Katya's video ends are laughter. Do you have anything you want to say about this video? I know you didn't work on it, but before we move on.
I just did a little baby bit of overseeing, and I think you did a great job.
It was a lot of fun. We have Leia's now. Oh, actually, wait, no. I was supposed to go over the music notes. So,
right.
Yeah. So Treya did the music for this. She did a great job, by the way. I didn't do any of the music, obviously. She did a great job on all the soundtrack. So I'm just gonna read out the doc, and then I'm also going to. She sent the initial drafts. I'm gonna play a little bit of those whenever we talk about it. Okay, I'm gonna read this off. To start this off, this track is amazing, and you should listen to it. Follow Katya and support her. She is amazing. This track is amazing. Good job. It was easy to write parts, but quite difficult to make it all cohesive and to gel well with one another without overpowering anything. Then fitting it all to the visual, which wasn't difficult, but there were complications. Visual scoring is so hard sometimes, because like usually for a song you just want to keep one tempo and you want to like there's like a structure to it, but with visual scoring sometimes you can't do that. You can't like have the whole same speed the whole time because you need to hit you need to hit the good beats and stuff, and it's really rough sometimes. The song was written in D minor something something. The theme was a dark, mysterious, kind of noir sounding track that turns into this gritty, dark cinematic piece that transforms into a super emotional cry your eyes out track. Then to top it off with some you like jazz at the end. And then they sent the first draft that they had, which I can play. I think it all came through pretty well, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing this on stream, I guess. So, Jay, you can't hear anything right now.
I can hear it, actually.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
It's because you're sharing your desktop audio through Discord, I believe.
But I'm only sharing one Chrome window. I guess it shares all the Chrome audio.
I think so.
Yeah, so a very simple piano initial draft, and I can read what they had. I started writing as soon as I was assigned to work on this. At first, as I was playing with tones and presets inside addictive keys. Oh, that was a weird string thing that wasn't in the final. Then switching to Spitfire Audio's premium sound selection for keys. In later sessions, I've layered soft cinematic keys of Spitfire with addictive keys. That's 2 pianos, I guess. I wrote some basic strings to go along with the keys to give them a preview of what a bigger picture sound might sound like. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna finish that off a little early because we're about to get into another session. They linked me, and it's called session 2, but it's called session 3, and I know the file naming convention for each person is so funny. Do you have the final draft 3 situation going on where you have to do that? Have you ever had to do that? It's like, oh, draft 1 through 6, and then final.
It's so funny because I clown on that meme so often convention because I actually don't do that.
How do you name your things? Yeah.
The way I name things is I just name them usually like the client's name with an underscore.
Yeah.
I name it whatever the project is called, underscore, and then whatever it is. So if it's like sound design, I do audio, and then I just go underscore 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't do final ever because I don't trust that.
Yeah, my naming convention is all caps the type of work I'm doing first. It's like mix or instrumental, like inst, or comp for writing.
Yeah.
Composition. And then underscore their name, or space dash space their name, and then the name of the project. And then I do draft 1. And then it goes to final, and it goes to final 3. I'm so sorry. I'm one of those people. I'm the person that they're scared of when they talk about those memes. It's me. I have final 7.
I have final 7, the real final reckoning. Final.
I've called my files final for real this time.
That's so funny.
Here's their session 2, their second session. You'll notice the difference in the piano, the sound of it, and how elaborate it sounds now with the playing and the dynamics. It's really quiet. I'm gonna have to boost the volume a bit. This is the session where I began getting deeper into the song and into the lore, trying to create immersive music. This is also around the time where I was listening to a lot of classical and cinematic music from movies that would later go on to shape the way I wrote this track. Oh, this section is new. Oh, I guess old. Some of their references were Stephen Sondheim's opening title of Sweeney Todd, Over the Garden Wall, and the Blasting Company's Adelaide's Trap. Oh, it got really loud. Hold on.
Yeah, all the brass.
Yeah. Old Waltzer's Expectation, which is a part of the exemplary orchestra of USSR Defense Ministry. Interesting. I did not know that. And then TXMY's Ethereal. Apparently that's a high recommendation that we should listen to. In this session, you hear a lot more of the big picture I mentioned in the previous session, with deep, raspy horns, harps, flutes, and strings. It all comes together nicely, but slightly overwhelming, which it is. It does get a little loud at some parts.
Yeah.
This was the next draft where they merged the 2 pianos. This is where I merged 2 pianos, cleaned things up, but I decided to experiment a little bit more with the French horns and some reharmonization. This session also includes a cut section at the end. To me, it sounded like Hungarian music. Ooh, interesting. Sessions have begun to evolve as I've acquired the animation for this project, which made composing so much easier as it allowed me to fit the song like a glove. Sadly, I don't have many session audio clips, as from session 4 out to final, everything had been rendered as a video. However, I do have one last thing to show, and that is the original emotional peak of this song. which I can show after this, I guess. Let's go to the Hungarian section first and hear it. I think I went too far. Yeah. I love pizzicato strings. Not enough people use pizzicato strings.
Agree.
I recently got a library that lets me do spiccato.
Oh,
which is so
spiccato's
rare
great.
for like a string library to have. Spiccato, by the way, Chad, is when you hit the back of your bow against the strings and it's like a little bouncing sound. And it's so cool and it has such a nice texture, but a lot of music programs don't let you do that. Anyway, this is the original emotional peak that I'm about to play when it loads in Google Drive. drive.google.com/file. Alright, let me play this. Let's see. Google Drive takes forever to load lately.
I know. I hate it.
I don't know if it's just me.
No, it just takes ages.
Oh, this is where there's silence actually.
Mm-hmm.
In the final
Right.
video where she's crying.
Yeah. I remember Trey had talked about having this originally and then decided that it kind of hits a little harder if you just hear Katya crying alone.
Yeah. There's a lot of crying in these lore videos, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, do all of them cry?
I think so.
Oh my god, all of them cry at some point. It's almost like trauma makes for an
Yeah.
interesting backstory.
All of the Variance talents are cry.
They wrote down so much going on here. Lone piano that rises with the big toms into a huge wall of sound made up of strings, piano, horns, percussion, and it follows such a simple melody, and it makes me sob. Gives off a feeling of losing everything. You're standing there in the rain, looking up as a million rain droplets fall and slide down your face, camouflaging your tears. It's a bad day for rain.
How do people write like that? I kind of envy you.
Yeah, Treya, that was a great explanation of it. No way, Music Isonder. Hello, Cora Velorum. The end. Thank you for reading, Treya. I was the one that did the reading, but thank you guys for listening, I guess. But yeah, that was the notes from Treya about how they did the audio or the music for this project. And we're gonna go over our last video. Leia Memoria's The Gift of Memory lore video. I did all of the audio for this one.
Everything.
I did the music and the sound effects and the vocal mixing and
The man,
everything.
the myth, the legend.
It was a lot of work. This one, yeah, I don't know what to say about this one ahead of time. It was a lot. It was a lot to do.
Yes.
But let's start.
They say memories fade like ripples in water.
Damn, I gotta turn that shit down.
What if some are too precious?
I'm lowering it too on stream.
There we go.
Are the bad memories worth keeping? Do they hold any inherent value on their own? What if the memories are incomplete? What if they're not as one remembers them? Once we were a lost race, seeking salvation, making a pilgrimage through endless fields and mountains. At our breaking point, we were given providence by the goddess, who has bestowed us a prophet. That prophet
I love that
told
you
us
did
of
birds
one
in the back
destination,
here.
which all the seer
Yeah, I
fiends
figured the
must make a
wings
pilgrimage to.
worked well.
I never would have thought of that.
Del
That was
Lafia,
good.
paradise, our home. With the guidance of the
Unique.
goddess and the discovery of the astral droplets of Del Lafia,
Imagine if it actually
we're
moved
now
up and down
blessed
that
with
much.
large,
Imagine living on
healthy
that.
eyes. The artificial, a divine revelation, and yet
Every
another
day is just a
gift
big
we
roller
receive from the
coaster ride.
goddess. We, once talentless in the field of arcana, are now able to wield it with the graces of the goddess. to always
The
keep us
graces of the
humble and
goddess.
humane,
The graces of the
goddess
goddess.
has always ensured that her gifts and blessings are never complete. Our long and healthy lives often are plagued with loss of memories.
I can't read any of that text.
The artificial
It's very.
tools that can
It's
enable
very
upon
cursive.
usage can also be quick to overwhelm and erupt in a firestorm of emotions.
Good
From
music.
these imperfections, the Memoria family has
Love
found
the
a
idea of like
purpose
drawing them
to
onto the
restore
screen with
lost
the
memories
sound
of our
effects.
people,
Real.
to ensure that the goddess's gift becomes perfect. After countless generations of work and toil, hundreds or maybe thousands of methods have been tested and failed. At best, they have managed to restore most lost memories, but not all. While this may be enough
That's
to
the
pass
7 whooshes I
generations,
used.
Mera Memoria is determined to change this fact, to achieve perfect memory restoration. From days to weeks, to months, years, and even decades, Leia toiled with numerous experiments and techniques, with unyielding
That's a long
conviction,
time.
and with the knowledge from past memorias. Partially sacrificing
She's not
even
old
her
though.
own
We
ability to
swear.
remember and her own memories for just a sliver of progress.
Hag.
She searched for.
We love older women.
One unremarkable day, she suffered from her first major burnout. Unsure of how to overcome this slump, she browsed through the records of the Memoria family. Why must this record be always placed so high? I really should organize this someday. And got that book. Oh no. Ow. Okay, that could have been bad. What a mess.
Where's the big thump, Rius? I missed it.
Wait,
It was hidden. I need a bigger body though.
It's hard. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
This being part of the library.
It was already peaking really hard. I'm not gonna lie.
What's this?
That's so funny.
Writing?
This music I did
Oh.
not write. This is the original Seraphine
Not
theme
because
that
the
Spiral
new
wrote.
precious are bad, but because they make us who we are.
Ooh.
The music shifted. How do I turn this off?
I love that.
Wait.
Oh, magic sounds. Rius, you make me so proud.
Where am I? What is
The
this
magic
place?
pupil.
Where'd I get sent to?
Yeah, teach me your ways, master.
Hello? Is anybody here? Huh?
Frog!
Frog? What is it doing here?
Is that the same sound?
No, it's the second frog sound.
Okay, thank God.
Wait,
I was like,
where
what?
are you going?
Little froggy. Oh, this is so cool. Nice.
What happened
Yeah, I
to
love
me?
that.
Am I crying?
Magic!
It's reacting.
I love magic.
That's the song I've heard before. Music. So this is what it means. This is it. A breakthrough.
I'll break through.
A breakthrough!
What does it mean, Leia? Tell us.
So, I can tell you what it means. Because I feel like it's all implied anyway. So, a lot of the script actually had notes about using other songs that were previously written. So there was the Seraphine theme at the start, and then Leia's theme that I wrote that also comes in afterwards, that gets used a few times. And it's using music to jog your memory. Wow, what a concept. So we had this idea of this music box for a while now, and then we incorporated it into the story, which is kind of also why the start section is a lot of, it's kind of like a storytelling vibe, like a storybook vibe without the actual like page turns. I think it fit pretty well. I have a couple tricks on film scoring or scoring to visual media that I could talk about for a little bit, but I'm also gonna like go through the sound effects at the same time instead of doing one after the other, I think. But yeah, this music is really cool because I love leitmotifs. I think
Oh,
leitmotifs are the coolest thing in the world for musical storytelling. Not a lot of people
Agreed.
noticed, I think. Wait, did you say something?
Oh, I just said I agree.
Oh, okay, okay. I completely didn't hear it, and I was like, huh? Did I cut you off? I'm so sorry.
No.
But I think leitmotifs are really cool. Every single melody in this song at the start during the storytelling is either a melody from the original Seraphine theme made into 3-4 or from Leia's theme. And I think the Leia theme ones are more obvious because that one like people hear a lot more often now. But there's a lot of Seraphine music in the original Seraphine theme in here as well that you might be able to hear if you go back and listen to both side by side. They sound a little bit different because this one's in 3-4 for waltz feel, and all the other songs are in 4/4s. There's a little bit of adjusting that had to be done, but it's there.
They say memories fade like ripples in water. But
I love harp.
Some are too precious to forget.
Me too.
That's my signature.
Memories worth keeping?
Winner.
Do they hold any inherent value on their own? What if
I love that I've been getting to use Music Box so often because of Leia.
Yeah.
Music Box sounds so pretty in these kinds of
What
songs.
if we're a lost race, seeking salvation, making a pilgrimage through endless fields?
Like I said, the
and
birds here
mountains?
is crazy cool.
At our
This is
breaking
what I mean when
point,
like
we're given
if I had
providence
done
by the
this, I
goddess
probably wouldn't have
who
done
has
that.
bestowed us
It's
a
like a whole
prophet.
different mentality entirely.
prophet
It's so
told
cool.
us of
Yeah, it's really fun
unconditional
seeing like what other
which
people
all
do for
Seraphins
sound
must
effects
make
for
a
sure, because it's like this is a very static storybook, all things considered, for a video. So it's like there's a lot of extrapolation you can do
Yeah.
compared to other people. So like everyone would do this very differently, I think.
Yeah.
Except for the whooshes. Whooshes are
Yeah, right.
universal.
gift we receive from the goddess. We, once talentless in the field of arcana, are now able
Yeah, but
to
all
make
these
the
melodies are
graces
from
of
the
goddess.
Seraphine theme or Leia's themes.
Humble and humane.
That's so cool.
The goddess has always ensured that her
Little
gifts
key change
and
here.
blessings are never complete.
Because the blessings are never complete. Oh no!
Often are plagued
They're
with
plagued!
I love reused themes,
The
dude.
artificia, tools that can enable arcana usage, can also be quick to overwhelm. and
That melody is
by
original,
storm
actually. That
emotions.
violin melody.
From these imperfections, the Memoria family has found a purpose to restore lost memories of our people.
You write bangers,
ensure
Rius.
that
You ever
the
thought about
goddess's
selling some of these?
gift becomes
Yeah, maybe.
perfect.
I mean, I technically sold this one to Variance, I guess. So,
Right.
actually, here's one of my tricks for visual media. So, for this song, tempo changes would be really weird. Because it's a very storybook, so it's like it's a very trailing storybook feel of it continuing on, and like she's narrating over like a song, right?
Yeah.
So you could do a tempo change here to match, but it would have been really weird. So the problem here was that I had already timed the tempo to match the start of the actual story, and then it being
That her gifts
suddenly
and
sad
blessings are never complete.
because they're never complete. But if I did that, this next part
These imperfections,
would be
the Memoria
late,
family
actually.
has
This
found a
next
purpose
part would be
to
way early. It would be 2
restore
measures
lost
too
memories
early.
of our people.
It's like 5 seconds
To
too early,
ensure
right?
that the goddess's
Yeah.
gift becomes perfect.
But I wanted to hit the perfect. Like I was like, oh, it's perfect now. It's like it's so cool. So I stalled there 2 measures. I just repeated the pattern there. Here.
Restore lost memories of
1,
our people. To ensure
2,
that the goddess's gift
3.
becomes perfect.
I stalled
Why?
there an extra measure to leave space to match this this timing.
That's crazy.
So that section, like normally people write in groups of 4 measures because that's what people are used to now.
That's
That
what I was
one
gonna say.
section is 5. Just to there's an extra measure there of stalling.
That's so strange
To match
because
it.
like even though like I'm a music person that understands these kind of like concepts of phrasing and stuff,
Yeah.
like I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, it can sound really natural for music that has like repeating patterns.
How clean it was.
Yeah, right here.
The Memoria family has found a purpose.
1,
to restore
2,
lost
3.
memories of our people. To ensure that the goddess's gift becomes perfect.
Yeah,
After
a little bit of
countless
stalling.
generations of work and toil,
That's
hundreds
crazy.
or maybe thousands of methods have been tested and failed. At best, they have have managed to restore most lost memories, but not all. While this may be enough for past generations,
There's a lot of little tricks that people can do, especially if the timing isn't like super strict, right?
Yeah.
Like the word perfect, and then there's a long whoosh that at any point in that whoosh I could have done the transition.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have like a more flexible thing, you can just add like a measure or two and just pray that people don't think it's out of place. You do a little bit of praying. We do a little bit of praying to the goddess even. Did you see Leia's tweet? Leia tweeted, she was like, oh yeah, when you believe in the goddess, you only need one roll, and she got like the 5-star gotcha roll.
Yes.
Everyone was like, oh, I need to convert to Sarah.
That's ridiculous.
days to weeks,
It's so funny.
to months, years, and even decades.
Footsteps.
Leia toiled with numerous experiments and techniques, with unyielding conviction, and with the knowledge from past memorias.
I love page turns.
Partially sacrificing
Me
even
too.
her own ability to remember and her own memories for just a sliver of progress, she surged forward.
It's so annoying, by the way, because now if I buy that footstep program, it'll be way better. But when people record footsteps to upload and like for other people to use, they walk so fast.
Yeah, dude.
So you have to cut out each individual footstep and paste it. It's so horrible. I'm so glad you told me about that. I will gladly spend money on that, I think. The next time I have to do a project like this.
To overcome this slump. She browsed the
Um,
that book. Oh no.
Got that book.
Ow.
We have a little metal thing falling before you actually see the thing. So you focus on it more.
Okay.
But yeah, this is where like the other music starts, and then she's like, "Oh, what is this music? What is this melody?"
Wait, was there ever a music player here?
Spyro did such a good job on the Seraphine theme. I'm actually I feel a little bit bad in some ways because the sound that Seraphine was supposed to be initially with the Seraphine theme and what it is now is so different.
Oh.
Because it's no longer like the electronic, like big reverb piano. It's very it's more on the light orchestral side. Like light orchestral religious music side.
Yeah.
But I think both kind of work together, like the dark side and the
1000%.
public side. I'm looking forward to doing more Seraphine related music. I feel like they will mesh really well in the future.
Yes.
Do not remember this being part of the library. What's this? Writing?
That melody actually is used a lot in the rest of the video.
Memories are a gift, not because they may be precious or bad, but because they make us who we are.
Sorry.
I don't remember what that sound effect was. I don't remember what I did for the music box. It was a little magical music flip, a lot of clicks.
Yeah, it was really cool. Oh yeah, it's like panned.
Yeah.
It's like it flips between the two channels. That's crazy.
I wanted it to sound like it was like you couldn't understand what was going on inside it. And it's like, oh, where's the machinery in this?
Right.
So I panned it, but I think yeah, I don't remember what I actually did for this one. I think it was the percussion instrument where you have a stick and like a ribbed wooden thing and you slide it across.
Oh.
I think it was that. It's been a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The music here doesn't sync as well. It was hard to find sync points for this music because they were all existing songs. They kind of had to start from the beginning.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. But I got to write the dream sequence music. Fun story. Any of you played Celeste before? Have you played Celeste?
I haven't played, but I've seen people play it.
Do you know the main piano theme?
Yeah.
I wrote the piano and then I was like, oh shoot, that's the opening to Celeste. And then I kept it in anyway.
Where am I? What is this place? Where did I get sent to?
That's the first 4 notes of the Celeste main theme, actually.
That's crazy.
And then I added it and I was like, oh shoot, it's the first 4 notes of the Celeste main theme. And then I just changed the next 2 notes.
Lena Rain, if you're watching this, don't sue him.
I'm so sorry. Lena Rain, please. It's like a 1515. You can't sue me over this, man.
Hello?
I'm so sorry, though.
This part is so cool, though. I love the how to say. What is that called? It's like
Ambience?
doing the sort of the like strings plus plucky like I don't know what that is. On the left.
Those are synth plucks, and then it's a very high pitched drone. Actually, it's just a drone. I use Serum for all this.
It sounds so cool.
And some of them
it
are
really
Serum
gives the
presets.
ethereal vibe.
Yeah. I slathered reverb on this, man. You don't even know. You don't even know how much reverb there is. That delay is 4 seconds long. I made it a little bit more intense when she's like just standing there without saying anything. Do you know how hard it was to make heel sound effects for Marble for this? I'm so looking forward to using your program now.
You're gonna love that.
Yeah,
plugin, dude.
It was heel sound effects on Marble transitioning to there's some water and then splash as she falls through.
Don't go. Wait, where are you going?
Couple of watery footsteps and then splash.
Sploosh.
These were supposed to be just random whispers initially, but we both didn't really have the time, and also I thought it'd be cooler if it was just random lines from the storybook section. Yeah,
I think that was super cool.
Am I crying?
Am I crying?
Magic!
It's reacting.
That's about it. I don't know. I like music. I like writing the music. I might talk about the music more in depth in the future. But
Hell
we've already been live for 2.5 hours. So, Jay.
Yes.
Any final thoughts, like overall thoughts about all the work you've done for Variance?
It has been very cool. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if you feel this way too, but I feel like it's really cool to have quite a bit of control over how things kind of work out audio-wise. Not to say I don't usually have that in projects, but I don't know. It was cool to be part of a team of people that kind of know what's up, and like you and Spiral and Treya, and come together to make things that are like, wow, like we all kind of vibe and get the idea, and we're gonna figure it out. I don't know, something about it is really cool. I really enjoyed all the projects, and I'm looking forward to cooking more in the future.
Yeah, Variance is not finished, guys. Variance is going to be doing a lot more cool stuff in the future. You guys do not see the lore document. It is extensive. It is an extensive lore document.
You guys have no idea.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to working on more stuff with the gang. I mentioned this earlier, but it's just cool to be able to work on so many varied things, right? Like, VTuber, okay, again, no flame to other VTuber agencies or companies and stuff like that, or groups. VTuber groups have kind of gotten into like the cutesy idol music for like trailers and stuff, right? But they've kind of settled into that because, yeah, I mean, like it's cute girls that you're supposed to be advertising, like it makes sense.
Right.
But it's so fun to be able to make something cinematic or make something creepy or rock heavy or stuff like that. Like it's so fun that they're all so varied. All the talents are so varied, and
you
all
could say
of them
that there's a lot of variance.
You beat me to. But yeah, it's like it's so fun. It's such a fun thing to be able to work on, I think.
I agree 1000%.
It's the same reason I actually stopped doing pop music and hip hop. And started doing more film and game music to begin with, because it's like these are the spaces where you get to do these cool things, that you get to do these varied things.
That's true.
I don't know. Variance has been very fun to work with.
Yeah, I agree with that 1000%. I think this is one of the first times. I mean, I've done some cool lore video stuff in the past, don't get me wrong, but one of the first times that I had the ability to create a product like cinematic and build out a story completely audio-wise. You know, a lot of the stuff that I've worked on before has either been, you know, I like magical girl transfer, which is fine too, like
They're
that, or
fun.
like I've helped people do sound design for lore, rather, but like this was literally like you and I did 2 lore videos. Pretty cool. No, I agree
Yeah,
with
it was
you.
a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's like, again, I think VTubing as a whole is really cool because there's a lot of personality in it.
Yes.
I think that's the best way to say it. Like compared to a regular stream, it's like there's a lot of people wanting to make every part of their stream their own, and that includes the music and that includes the sound effects and everything.
Yes.
But like this is the truest, I feel like, combination of that plus like the ability to do something cinematic and do something big, and
Yeah.
that's why like this is so exciting for me personally, and I guess for you too.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
say
want
the
to
same
words in
thing.
your mouth. Yeah.
I talk to some people sometimes, and as much as I like to clown on VTubers, working on VTuber projects, even if, and this isn't to say that Variance is, but generally speaking, like as a VTubing freelancer, I tend to make less money than I probably would in the world doing things. But that being said, like I don't really care because like the amount of creative fulfillment that I get out of doing a lot of things that are unique because people have their own ideas and worlds they want to build is very cool. It's very fulfilling. And at the end of the day, you get to make a lot of cool independent stories. Oh, and Variance isn't independent, but you know what I mean? Like independent largely, and then some cool corporate like related character stories come to life where you probably wouldn't be able to do that in a general real world setting unless you were a part of like a AAA studio, like maybe like an indie game, right? Which you could do, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of cool creative individuals on the internet, just like, yeah, I'm a VTuber, and I'm like, yeah, you are. Let's do that lore, bestie.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Okay, I think that's gonna be about it for today. I have a lot of work to do again.
Me too.
It never ends. It never ends. Any last words before we both get banished into the Shadow Realm forever? Do you have anything to promote? Or anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah. If any of you want to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/itsamej.
Yeah, you should do that, guys.
I don't talk audio things. Sometimes we're doing silly stream stuff, but I do talk audio pretty much any day of the week. So if you want to talk audio, we can do that. Or if you're just here to hang, that's fine too.
Yeah, also follow them on Twitter.
Thank you. Yeah. I say stupid things on Twitter. No, I don't. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Everything was really cool, and it was all really being here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. It was really cool. I've been wanting to do this kind of thing for a while because it's like, I feel like the understanding, like a general understanding of audio work is a lot lower than art. And not to say that people understand how to draw, but like they look at it and they're like, oh, this is really cool. It's like very intuitive.
Yeah. They're like, wow, look at that animation. That was so sick.
Yeah, but like for audio, it's like, I feel like the general industry understanding is pretty low. So I thought like being able to showcase this and like explain the workflow and the work process would be pretty cool. So I'm glad that I got to do this with you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks. For having me.
Yeah. Thanks for, yeah, I'm gonna teleport you back onto the surface now so you can breathe and stuff.
Oh,
I
thank
guess.
God. I can finally get out of here.
All right. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me, everyone. Tomorrow I will be streaming. Am I? I'm streaming tomorrow. Yes, I'm gonna be working on planning the Konbini D&D series tomorrow at 1 p.m. PDT. I'm not gonna be showing or spoiling anything. I'm literally just gonna be in the stream working, and you guys are gonna sit there and watch me work without any visuals, and me just giggle at the idea of tormenting them a little bit. I'm gonna raise some. Oh, you got a little shadow face there. Are you nervous? Are you scared? Don't worry, I'm a really nice DM, I promise. You should add living family members into your backstory, and I won't do anything to them. Make sure that they're naive and very nice too, and
You're not
nothing
gonna
bad will
fancy
ever
fight on
happen.
me, are you?
Nothing bad will ever happen to your family if you add them into your D&D backstory and they're very nice and naive.
I don't believe you.
Alright, we're gonna raid Celadon VA, who's playing Mage Arena, which is some
Let's
crazy
go!
game that where you have to scream the names of your spells for them to work. And it's everything's voice activated, and it's really funny actually. We should probably I'm gonna play that sometime.
Yeah, agree.
Alright, have a nice day, Jay. Have a nice day, chat.
Thank
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, chat.
Bye bye.
Thanks for having me.
Ah!